Welcome back to Washington High School, where we have another doubleheader of hoops action here on the Southeast Iowa Video Network, powered by Washington County Hospital and Clinics. It's a doubleheader between Washington and Keokuk tonight, an SEC clash, an early season SEC clash. We welcome you into the pregame show for the girls' game, brought to you by the A&C Williams Agency of Farm Bureau Financial Services. My name is Jack Knowlton. I will be joined very shortly by my broadcast partner, Zeph Walker-L. A very exciting one we have on our hands tonight. Washington welcoming Keokuk, a Chiefs side that comes in at 0-1 on the season. These two teams playing a conference game in the early going here. Washington's next conference game won't be until December 12th when they go to Fairfield. So a chance for both of these teams to kind of get right on the conference record. No teams played an SEC game yet. Washington is 2-0 overall among SEC teams. Fort Madison 1-1, Fairfield's 1-2, Burlington 0-2, Keokuk is 0-1, as well as Mount Pleasant. The Chiefs lost to Quincy Notre Dame 76-46 in their first game of the season, but they come in here tonight with quite a streak. They have won the last 22 matchups against Washington. That is a streak that goes all the way back to 2014. So it's something that Washington will certainly be taking personally heading into this one, a chance to kind of snap the streak, and a chance to do that against the Keokuk side a little bit depleted from a year ago. Keokuk lost 6 seniors from last season, including 4 of its top 5 scorers. Cameron Aderberg was a first-team All-SECer last year. She is no longer there. But one player who is and will be the one to watch for the Chiefs tonight, Kendra Boatman, started all 23 games last year, averaged just over 20 points a game, just under 6 assists, and just under 5 rebounds, shot over 30% from 3 last season. She is in the lineup tonight. They do have an honorable mention returner in Nevaeh Logan, but other than that, they played just 6 players against Quincy do have a fair few warming up. They split, a lot of them split between the JV and the varsity team, it looks like. So a thin lineup for Keokuk in that game. We'll see how deep they go tonight against a Washington team that was strong. And, you look at the comparisons from that Albia game to tonight. I mentioned Boatman, and it was Adeline Long, who wasn't the star against Albia, but was against Muscatine when she scored 29 points, still averaging 20. She got 11 in that win over Albia. Is averaging around 4 rebounds a game this season as well. So Washington going to have their hands full with Boatman, but Long looking to get going. She had a struggle from the field in that game, made just about 3 field goals. It was Leighton Messenger, the most efficient Demon, paced them in scoring with 12 points, all from the free throw line. She had 8 rebounds, an assist, and 2 steals to go along with that as well. We talked to Colin Mulford in the third quarter of the boys' game against Albia. One thing he noted that's going to be a thing to keep an eye on for the Demons tonight, offensive rebounding. Washington had just as many offensive boards as they did defensive rebounds against Albia, 20 on both ends of the floor. That's going to be a super big thing to watch against a Keokuk team that doesn't boast a ton of size. No player above 5'8". Washington, you go through their lineup. Adeline Long is 5'11", Leighton Messenger 5'10", Reagan Miller 5'11". That's 3 starters for the Demons. So you look at the offensive rebounding category, that could be a big one. Again, that's something Colin Mulford praised his team for doing for doing well in the first 2 games of this early part of the season. 20 of them. I go back just 1 possession in that Albia game. It didn't end in a make, but they got 3 offensive rebounds in the fourth quarter, had about a 45-second possession. So it can be good for obviously creating some of those second chance opportunities and, of course, draining the clock at the end of games. Washington didn't shoot well at all, frankly, against Albia, but those second chance opportunities came aplenty, and they were able to eke out a 41-33 win. Mentioned Keokuk, that loss to Quincy Notre Dame. We go back to even the game last year against Washington. They played twice. Keokuk, of course, won. Both of them part of that 22-game streak. Boatman, 16 points in the first one, 22 in the second matchup against Washington last year. So while it's a new coach on the sideline in Mulford, it is a team that is well familiar with what Boatman can do. Adeline Long was the top scorer in both of those games for the Demons. 16 points, 3 rebounds, and a block, and a steal in the first one. Had 10 with 5 boards, 3 assists, 10 of 39 Demon points in that loss. One other player to spotlight, Ashlyn Long for the Demons. 5 points off the bench. She hit a 3, had 1 rebound and 3 steals, and pretty limited action. Was probably the best Demon reserve, along with Reagan Miller, who also didn't shoot the ball particularly well. Just 1 of 8 from the field, but had 7 rebounds, 1 assist, and 2 steals. And as for a thing Washington's going to look to curtail in this one, it is turnovers. 20 was a theme for the Demons. They had 20 offensive rebounds, but also had 20 giveaways against the Blue Demons of Albia. So something they will certainly be trying to clean up, because giveaways to the likes of Boatman and Nevaeh Logan will be key and help the Keokuk Chiefs extend that streak if Washington's turnover numbers are that high. There's a quick look at the game. We will send it to a quick break. When we come back, we'll have the starting lineups, the national anthem. We'll be underway for another doubleheader. We will have plenty of stuff coming for the boys' game as well. They will face Keokuk, trying to avenge a loss to the Chiefs from last season on that end as well. So we'll send it to a break. We'll come back with starting lineups. You're watching Washington Demon basketball on the Southeast Iowa Video Network.
I love helping people. I always wanted to help people. That's what I love the most.
We do a really good job of growing our own, but also we are able to take your skills, adapt them to what we need, or grow them as well.
Our leadership group here, they are actively involved, always supportive of our new ideas and innovation here at the hospital.
Washington County Hospital and Clinics. Apply today.
There are places where all roads lead to families providing for their loved ones and their community. That's where you'll find us. Generation after generation. Farm Bureau Financial Services. It's your future. Let's protect it.
My name is Levi Lyle. I have lived in Keokuk my entire life, but I've been an organic farmer for about a decade. Truly, the reason to do business locally is because of the joy and fulfillment that comes in relationships. Coming to Professional Proteins is an opportunity to work with good people.
Our communities were founded on the strength of local farmers. At CBI Bank and Trust, you can aim high, bank strong. With personalized service and trusted relationships, we'll help take your ag business to the next level with the right loan for your needs. CBI Bank and Trust is here for you.
At Southeast Iowa Cabinets and Strabela Construction, we provide everything from design to complete installation of your kitchen cabinets. For small town service with competitive prices, Southeast Iowa Cabinets and Strabela Construction are here for you.
The Connie and Amanda team is dedicated to giving back to our community by actively engaging with our clients, businesses, and the public. When it comes to helping you find your next home, investment, or commercial space, the Connie and Amanda team is here for you.
At WCHC, our goal is to take great care of our patients and our staff.
We are able to approach you, take care of your issues, but also give you a path, as far as referrals or treating you right then and there.
Our role in the community is taking care of something that matters to everyone. It's their family and their health.
More than you expect for your health care.
The Iowa High School Athletic Association, Washington High School, encourage positive sportsmanship and behavior at all times during our athletic events. Good sportsmanship starts with respect for yourselves, your team, the opponent, and the decisions made by the officials. Please honor these athletes competing tonight by refraining from any negative comments. Together we can set the standard for good sportsmanship. And now please join me in welcoming our officials for tonight. Mr. Brad Doring, Mr. John Mathias, and Mr. Shea McMurray. And now for your starting lineups. First for the Chiefs. At 5'7", a sophomore guard, number 2, Kylie Ford. At 5'5", a junior guard, number 4, Lindsay Mason. At 5'6", a junior forward, number 5, Hallie Haynes. At 5'8", a junior forward, number 13, Nevaeh Logan. At 5'8", a senior guard, number 14, Kendra Holtman. The Chiefs are coached by head coach Matt McGahey, assisted by Nate Haynes and JoJo McNair and Brandon Ramirez. And now, for your demon, at the top of the lineup, a 5'9" guard, hailing from parts well-known, number 0, Alan Long. A 5'10", senior center, number 3, Leighton Greenlight Messenger. At 5'7", she's a senior guard, number 5, Oak 3, Sebasti. At 5'11", a senior forward, number 12, part of the beginning dynamic duo, Addison Miller. At 5'9", a sophomore forward, from the paint down under, number 15, Vivian Cole. The Demons are coached by head coach Colin Wolford and assisted by Brenna Benito and Brandon Hall. At this time, we ask that you please stand and remove your hats as we pay honor to this great nation with the singing of our national anthem.
Can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleam, whose broad stripes Send bright stars through the perilous sky. For the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streamed, and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the hope of the
Welcome back to Washington High School, or I say welcome myself back, because I suppose we didn't go to a break after the national anthem and the starting lineups, which you just heard here on the Southeast Iowa Video Network, powered by Washington County Hospital and Clinics. We were just about to get things underway between Washington and Keokuk, a conference matchup doubleheader tonight on the Southeast Iowa Video Network as we get the tip-off underway between two of the stars of this game, Nevaeh Logan and Leighton Messenger. We'll get the starting lineups from both teams. First for the Keokuk Chiefs, who lose the tip out to the Demons. Kylie Horde, Elizabeth Mason, Callie Ames, the aforementioned Logan and Kendra Boatman are all out there for Washington. Same lineup as they ran against Albia. Adeline Long is out there with Leighton Messenger, Oakley Sabaski, as well as Addison Miller and Vivian Kroll. All in for the Demons, who get possession back here after the missed shot was tipped out of bounds. Messenger will come the other way. Here's Long, Messenger to the corner. Sabaski open. Shot is good. So give Oakley Sabaski the first 3 points of the game. Good sight for her, just 2 of 11 against Albia, and right back the other way comes Boatman. Kendra Boatman, 26 points last time out. Profiled her in the pregame show. She is going to be one to watch tonight for the Keokuk Chiefs. Messenger, top of the key. Over to Addison Miller. Driving, loses it, and a turnover. Stolen away there by the Chiefs. And an easy deuce. No, smoked the layup. And the putback, Boatman, or rather Logan, fouled. So Logan will go to the line for 2. Mason had an open look. Couldn't get the layup to go, but chance for 2 at the charity stripe for number 13 in purple. Logan did play, didn't score in Keokuk's last game. 3 rebounds, 3 assists. And misses the first from the stripe. Buries the second. And we are tied up here at 3. Messenger comes the other way, gives over to Kroll. Messenger, Sabaski's got it in the corner. Kroll's posting up, instead it goes to Messenger just inside the 3-point line. Now Miller in the corner. Sabaski, patient possession for Washington, gets the screen from Long. It's stolen away again by the Chiefs. Boatman comes away with it. Right wing driving inside and a walk. That's on Logan. All tied up, 2 minutes just about gone in this first period. Soft press for Keokuk. Washington struggled with that against Albia. That one was tipped out of bounds by Boatman. It'll stay with the Demons. Messenger looking for a teammate, has to lob it to Kroll. It's a little bit of a dangerous pass, but now Kroll has a free run to the lane and gets it to go. Vivian Kroll, it looked like could have been a steal for Keokuk, but the gamble didn't pay off for the Chiefs, and Kroll gets an easy layup in the end. Kick out, three-pointer is good. Horde the triple. Assist coming that time from Mason. Washington trying to come back quickly the other way. Colin Mulford talked about Washington figuring out its pace and the right pace to play against Albia as the game went on. Trying to do so a little bit earlier here with a 6-5 advantage for the Chiefs. Long gets all the way to the rim, left it short. Drove through a bit of contact, but it'll be Keokuk ball. Chiefs have it top of the key. It's Boatman. Drives left. Kick out. Here with the now is Mason. Mason turns the corner, gets to the rim, and got run into there by a couple of Demons. Foul will go on Addison Miller. So that will send Mason to the line. First free throw drops. Elizabeth Mason, a junior. It's her first year with the program. She scored 19 points in that game against Quincy. Give her 4 early. It's 8-5. Long dribbled it off her knee. Turnover and almost got it back, but instead of foul on Soboski. We'll just give possession back to Keokuk. So 8-5 in favor of the Chiefs. Jack Knowlton will welcome in Zeph Walker-El to the broadcast.
And we're back. And we are back.
Zeph, it's been a bit of a similar start here in the first quarter for Washington as they had against Albia. Some turnover struggles. Keokuk running a little bit of a press.
Yeah, I did some research on Keokuk. They've got a star player over there in Kendra Boatman. Looking to see what she does today, how the Demons are able to respond to that.
Here's Mason at the top of the key. She's been the hot hand so far, but here is Boatman, guarded by Messenger. Tries to drive left. The kick out, dribble, the pop by Horde too long, and tipped out of bounds. It will go to Washington. So Horde with the missed three-point attempt. She's got 3 so far. Demons looking for some answers.
She got to hit that corner.
Messenger gets it in the corner. Stops, fires, no good. Rebound comes down to Horde.
Oh.
Going quickly the other way is Boatman. And the shot rims out. The board drops and the foul for Nevaeh Logan.
That was a tough bucket there.
So the putback by Logan, and she can add another at the free throw line.
You know Boatman wanted that one.
And with that, Coach Colin Mulford's going to call timeout before the extra basket for Horde. So we'll send it to a quick break, come back on the other side of the timeout here on the Southeast Iowa Video Network. now on the Southeast Iowa Video Network. Jack Knowlton, Zeph Walker L on the call. Washington down 5-10. Coach Colin Mulford calling a timeout. And Zeph, I know you had some pregame observations from a Washington standpoint. What takeaways did you glean from that Albia game that they're going to have to apply here, as we've got a one free throw here for Logan?
You know, the freshman, Ashlyn Long, she's going to be a key piece of this game, as she brought some energy into the game that was missing Tuesday, I should say. So looking to see how she explodes in her offense today.
Here's a kick out for Reagan Miller. Corner three is too strong.
Also looking to see a couple more three-pointers to be made on the side of the Demons. We had a lot of attempts last game.
Rebound taken by Keokuk, and a turnover, that time for Boatman. So Washington will come the other way. Boatman wanted a charge there. Ref wasn't having it. Keokuk backing out of their press into a man-to-man. Adeline Long at the controls, gets a high ball screen from Ashlyn Long, who's into the game now.
Oh, she got to find her in that corner. Oh, they reacted.
Here's Messenger. Goes right. Kick out. Long in the corner for three.
Great
Too
attempt.
strong off the rim. Messenger couldn't corral the miss. And it'll come off to Keokuk.
I don't know, would that count as a rebound out or?
Chiefs coming the other way with Mason.
That was another one of the huge scorers in their 30-point loss last week.
She drives right, gets it off the glass, just a bit too strong.
Good try.
Rebound battle for it. It'll stay with Keokuk. Long couldn't grab it along the baseline. 2:39 to play, 11-5 in favor of Keokuk. And here's Boatman. Been quiet so far. Trying to get her going, but stripped by Long. Reagan Miller coming the other way. Miller
and one. Huge bucket there. Huge.
And there is the impact of Ashlyn Long on the defensive end. She had 3 steals in that game against Albion. An early one here helps send Miller to the line.
And she's only a freshman. She's got a huge future ahead of her.
And Miller drops in the free throw. So a quick 3 points for Reagan Miller. Some good heads-up defense.
Oh, good
and
defense.
Some more. Adeline Long, layup, drops in a foul.
6 quick points in under 5 seconds for the Demons there.
A chance to flip this first quarter on its head. Some heads-up defense by both of the Longs on this team, Ashlyn and Adeline. And the senior converts the three-point play, and we are tied at 11. And just like that, it's a 6-0 Washington run, and they've got it right back.
Connection there on the inbound.
Sarah Berto going to check in for Vivian Kroll. And Berto going to go inbound. Excuse me, Ashlyn Long going to go take it. Thought Berto was jogging over there. Washington a chance for more points after some outstanding defense. Long triggers to Adeline Long. Dribble handoff to Messenger. Return pass to Long. 4-3. It's good.
Give her 3 of them.
Adeline Long. Some more defense. Another steal. And a foul on Keokuk. Ashlyn Long another steal and gets rewarded with being trucked into there. Nevertheless, it'll stay Washington basketball. It is a 9-0 Demons run.
This is what you want to see from the defense. Intensity. Intensity on the defense from the Demons.
Here comes Adeline Long, and all of a sudden she has 8 points.
It's definitely a blocking foul.
Foul there by Boatman. And that's a quick second foul for Boatman, so an early storyline with her. We'll see. Looks like
they're not going to sit her.
Coach Matt McGly is going to keep her in rather. Here's Miller. Dribbling right, uses the screen well. Dish inside, Berto for two.
Great pass. She was confident on the drive. She saw Roberto under the rim. Great bucket for the Demons.
Nice assist there by Miller. The Demon lead now 5. All the momentum going Washington's way. Boatman trying to get something going for Keokuk. Rims out. Washington can extend the run. Full court pass is corralled by Miller. Gets it inside. Berto. One dribble. Shot no good. And it will go the other way. Deflected last off of Berto. Another good look there trying to get Berto going inside. It's notable she did start this last game against Keokuk. She brings some size. This is a smaller Chiefs lineup. And a full court press by Washington. Trying to turn Keokuk over again.
The defensive intensity. Look at Ashlyn. They call a reach and foul.
Yeah, just a bit too handsy that time, but you're right. Looked like she got a deflection on the basketball. Boatman was able to hang on to it and draw a foul.
Got to watch the way she moves her feet and the way she shuffles around the court.
So that'll send Boatman to the free throw line.
Pretty impressive for a freshman.
Keokuk in the bonus. That may give them an opportunity to cut into this lead in the final minute and change, but Boatman misses the first. As Addison Miller going to come back into the game for Leighton Messenger. Messenger continuing where she's left off with the 3 in this first quarter. Had 3 of them in that first period against Albia. That was major as Boatman comes up empty from the free throw line. Rebound comes to Ashlyn Long. She's trying to go quickly with it. Now holds it up, tightly guarded. Spins away from a defender. Long stops, might have shifted her pivot foot. It's still a steal. Coming the other way is Mason for 2.
And the bucket.
And a quick timeout called by the Chiefs. So Mason, a strong first quarter. We'll send it to a quick break in this timeout. Come back in just a moment on the Southeast Iowa Video Network.
Check out Community Profiles every Thursday, where our host, Greta Clemens, talks with people from around Washington about their stories and highlighting upcoming events. Make sure to tune in to Community Profiles every Thursday at 10 on the Southeast Iowa Live Facebook and YouTube page. Your adventure starts here. Capper Auto Group Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram will get you ready in style. Meet with our friendly and experienced team to find a vehicle that gets you on the road, and rely on our service shop to keep you there. Capper Auto Group. See yourself the Capper experience.
At Seafirst Credit Union, we're all about making connections, like how we connect you to that dream vacation with a savings account designed to help get you on the flight there. Connect with Seafirst today and see why together is better.
At Washington Lumber and Home Center, our extensive knowledge, great pricing, and a long list of local installation experts, you are guaranteed to get the service you deserve with the quality you should expect. Washington Lumber and Home Center, your local place for great results.
Back now for the final 50 seconds of the first quarter in a game that Washington has completely turned around here in this opening period. It was a 9-0 Demons run, some good defense by Ashlyn and Adeline Long. Had turned the tide after Washington was down 2 possessions early, and now Long looking for more. Driving to the rim, rims out on the layup. And the rebound corralled by Horde. Going quickly to Mason. She's been the hot hand in this first quarter. Instead dishes. That layup's too strong by Ames, and it deflects out of bounds back to the Demons.
That was a great attempt on that last possession from Adeline Long.
Shot clock is off. Washington can have the last possession here if they want it. Miller sets a screen for Long, tries to get the switch. Mason goes under it. Long just takes a top of the key 3, goes down it, takes a hard bounce off the rim, and Adeline Long is down. Adeline Long staying down here, and with 2 seconds left, both coaches are going to call their teams to their benches, and hopefully Adeline Long is okay. We'll step aside while she gets attended to.
Introducing Hy-Vee Market Grill, where every meal is a delight. Start your day with our mouthwatering breakfast options and savor flavorful lunches with friends and family. Cap off your day with our delectable dinners. Hy-Vee Market Grill, where every moment is delicious.
Fairway is the place to be all season long for your grocery needs. Drive through the lane for the snacks and drinks you need to keep you in the game, and don't forget to grab a meal for a post-game feast. Make Fairway your home field advantage.
At Wolf Floral, you'll find everything you need to spruce up your summer. Located on the southeast corner of the Washington Square, we've got you covered from small gift items to the finest floral arrangements around. Wolf Floral, unique by choice, not by chance. Back now on the Southeast Iowa Video Network. Well, the final 2 seconds, Adam Long able to be helped off the court. Does look in quite a bit of pain. It was her right leg. Not exactly sure on that shot. It might have been as she was coming down, either landed on it awkwardly, may have stepped on the defender's foot. Just an unfortunate coming together. So hopefully Adam Long's okay. She's making her way back to the locker room. A chance for a last-second shot on a baseline out of bounds for the Demons, who, save for the Adeline Long injury, have had a really strong end to this first quarter. That one's tipped away, though, and Boatman won't be able to get a shot off, so that will bring an end. She did make the three, but it was after the buzzer, so that will bring an end to the first quarter. Washington flipping the script with a big run. They're able to take a lead. We'll go to a break. Zeph Walker-Hill will have the call for you coming on the other side for the second quarter between Washington and Keokuk.
And we're back here with Washington Demon basketball, powered by Washington County Hospital and Clinics. I'm Zeph Walker-L calling our second quarter here. Rough into the first quarter as Adeline Long exited the game with a right knee injury, apparently. Looks like unfortunate, strong hit for the Demons, but they're looking to bounce back here in the second quarter. Up 3, 16-13 over the Keokuk Chiefs. Inbound goes to the Chiefs. Step back for Boatman. No good. Rebound. Boatman for another three-pointer. Just short on that one. Addison Miller comes down with the rebound, ties up with Keokuk as we have a jump ball and Washington retains possession. Inbounding for the Demons is Leighton Messenger. The press by Keokuk is definitely apparent, but the Demons are able to beat it and get the ball up in the front court. Got a foul on Keokuk. Number 13, Nevaeh Logan. Side inbound here for the Demons. The freshman, Ashlyn Long, bringing the ball up the court. Oh, Leighton Messenger gets tied up there behind that screen from Reagan. Boatman on the drive and layup on the fast break. 2 more points there for Boatman. An unfortunate turnover there from Leighton Messenger led to a fast break bucket for Boatman and the Keokuk Chiefs. And another foul. Oh, and looks like it was an illegal screen from the Demons. That was on Vivian Kroll. Boatman bringing the ball up the court, crossing half right now. Guarded by Leighton Messenger. Hands it off to Mason. Boatman with the ball back, guarded by Messenger. Setting up a screen. Boatman crosses through the middle, pumps, and no good on the floater from the half. Messenger with the pass to the corner. Ashlyn Long for three. And it meets the air. As the Demons had a nice look there. Unfortunate miss from Ashlyn Long. Mason bringing the ball up court. Hands it off. Keokuk looking for a bucket here. Another handoff. She passes up the wide open, but there's a three short from Kylie Horde. Another bucket short again from Mason. Out of bounds, Demon basketball. Reagan Miller bringing the ball up. Passes to Addison Miller, who tries to the middle and unfortunately gets it, turns the ball over. Demons bringing the ball. Looks like the Demons want a foul there. Nonetheless, there's a miss by Mason. Messenger bringing the ball up court. Gets the screen from Kroll. Pulls up from two. No good from Messenger. Another three-pointer from Mason is short. Rebound for Kroll. Reagan Miller for three, pulls up, and just short there. Out of bounds from the Demons. Last touch there from Messenger. The Demons are indeed letting it fly, but just aren't able to find the bottom of the net. Oh, and the steal, inbound steal from Leighton Messenger. Just too much on that one there. She tried to go for a quick bucket. Just couldn't get it to go down. Still Demon basketball. Inbounding from Ashlyn Long, who finds Saboski in the corner for three. No good. Keokuk bringing the ball down court. Mason double teamed. Finds Hurd. Picked up by Mason. She's got the screen, pulls up from the mid-range, and it's short. Rebounded by Horde. And Ashlyn Long with the steal. Bringing the ball down. And she gets doubled, and she hits out of bounds. Timeout to save the play. Call from the coach of the Demons. We'll be right back after this quick timeout. And we're back live with Demon Basketball here on the Southeast Iowa Video Network, powered by Washington County Hospital and Clinics. Demons lead 16-15. It's been a slow, rough start for both squads here in the second quarter. Nonetheless, the Demons are looking to change that. Ashlyn Long, the top of the key. That's the Leighton Messenger to Kroll. Kroll at the top of the key looking to see what she's going to do with it. And it's stolen from Mason. Mason takes it and pump fakes and bucket in. Nice bucket there from Mason. Oh, and it's stolen again. Ashlyn Long lost it on the bounce there. Pump, no good from Boatman. And she goes for a second attempt, and it's no good again. Rebounded by Logan there. Ford seemed to lose the ball. Boatman at the top of the key, guarded by Messenger, and she pulls up for three, and it's good. That is her first three-pointer of the evening. Leighton Messenger bringing the ball down court, gets the screen from Kroll, finds Miller in the corner. On the wing is Saboski, short. Short there from Boatman again from the three-point line. And deflected out of bounds by Saboski. She was not trying to let her find her teammate under the rim for an easy bucket there. Great deflection. Addison Miller checks in for Saboski. Mason with the pump fake, and she drives, kicks out to Horde. Horde for three, and it's good. Horde finds the bottom of the net for the Chiefs. Ashlyn Long brings the ball up the court. Demons trail 23-16 after a 8-point run by the Chiefs out of bounds. Just a little too much on that one from Leighton Messenger. Mason bringing the ball up court, guarded by Long. Almost an out of bounds there, a miscommunication. Messenger and Long both guarding Boatman. Mason in the corner. The drive, dribble, passing, but it's stolen by Kroll, who's fighting for that rebound. Fighting for possession there is Kroll. Looks like there was a foul on the Keokuk Chiefs. Nevaeh Logan on the foul there. Great steal from Kroll, great awareness to stop that run. Inbound goes to Ashlyn Long, who brings the ball up the court. And it's stolen by Horde. Another fast break layup and miss, but she's fouled by Reagan Miller on the fast break.
Fouls on Reagan Miller, her first, third.
And she makes both free throws. That gives her 8 on the evening. Carr guarding Logan. Reagan Miller guarded by Horde. Messenger finds Long, finds Miller in the corner. Dribble drive through the middle. Out of bounds. Last touch by Keokuk. Addison Miller looked like she wanted a two-pointer there. Dribble drive layup. Under the basket inbound. Ashlyn Long finds Leighton Messenger for two. And a nice long two for Leighton Messenger. She puts up her first point of the night. Mason driving down. Finds Ames in the corner. Finds Boatman for three. And it's short. Rebounded by Miller. Guarded by Mason. And a carrying violation on Addison Miller, which results in a turnover. Boatman fouled. Looks like there was a blocking foul on Vivian Kroll. That would be her third foul of the evening. 5 seconds remaining here in the second period. Keokuk has the basketball, leading 25-18 over the Demons. Sarah Berto checks in for Kroll. Looks as though the Demons want to prevent another unfortunate foul on Kroll. Ames guarded by Miller, and a deflection there. Great defensive stop for the Demons to not allow Keokuk to get another point in before the second half. Demons are trailing like 7 to the Keokuk Chiefs here in Washington County Hospital, powered by Washington County Hospital and Clinics, live on the Southeast Iowa Video Network. We'll be right back for the halftime show.
Here at The Morning Breath, we start every morning with style and grace.
Give me a
Engaging you with thoughtful and critically thinking topics to start your day.
Did you know that Pop-Tarts are like horrible for you?
While always maintaining a professional and family-friendly environment.
John, you're no longer a virgin.
Oh, and all the other stuff.
Flowers. Yes.
We talk on all over the world.
Out of There's another word for that, Peter. What do we call that? Cold.
It is cold. It's going to get
Weekdays at 7:15, only on the Southeast Iowa Video Network Facebook and YouTube page.
In the heart of rural Iowa, where community matters most, the connections we make are made to last. Meet KCTC, your hometown internet, phone, and TV provider. At KCTC, we're not just about technology, we're about people. Our dedicated team are your neighbors, committed to bringing you top-tier services right where you live. We believe in giving back to the community that raised us. Experience the power of a real connection with KCTC. Join us in building a stronger, more connected Southeast Iowa.
I love helping people. I always wanted to help people. That's what I love the most.
We do a really good job of growing our own, but also we are able to take your skills, adapt them to what we need, or grow them as well.
Our leadership group here, they are actively involved, always supportive of our new ideas and innovation here at the hospital.
Washington County Hospital and Clinics. Apply today.
There are places where all roads lead to families providing for their loved ones and their community. That's where you'll find us. Generation after generation. Farm Bureau Financial Services. It's your future. Let's protect it.
My name is Levi Lyle. I have lived in Kyoto my entire life, but I've been an organic farmer for about a decade. Truly, the reason to do business locally is because of the joy and fulfillment that comes in relationships. Coming to Professional Proteins is an opportunity to work with good people.
Welcome back to Washington High School and Washington Demon basketball on the Southeast Iowa Video Network. This is the Fairway Meat and Grocery halftime show. Jack Knowlton along with Zeph Walker. Zeph, Keokuk taking the lead back in the second half up 25-18 after 2 quarters of play. And it was Washington that flipped the script toward the end of that first quarter, got things going. Obviously, the injury to Adeline Long going to be brutal for the Demons in a couple of ways. You could tell they were thinking about it a little bit in that second half, and obviously a player dearly missed on the court for her abilities. Definitely. But Keokuk, take nothing away from them. They were strong in that second half. What did you notice as they kind of reflipped the script and got the momentum back heading into halftime?
You know, we have an interesting game here because no one's really popping off. No one's really taking the mantle. You know, the ball's being spread around on both teams. It's interesting because they went on a nice run. However, Washington wasn't able to put up enough points in the quarter, barely any, with the 2 points from Layden Messenger there. It's still a toss-up, you know? You don't want to lean too far on Keokuk because they have the lead and they went on this 12-2 run or so. But you also don't want to discredit the fact that they've been able to spread the ball around and get everyone in their starting lineup or everyone in their lineup some pieces of the offense, minus Callie Ames there.
Yeah, it was that 12-2 run for Keokuk in that second quarter. And, you know, otherwise for Washington, in the absence of Adam Long, of course, Layton Messenger getting her first field goal of the game, missed a couple in the first. Oakley Saboski's got a 3. Reagan Miller got the and 1, so she's got 3 points. Kroll and Sarah Berto both have field goals as well. But especially, you know, without Adeline Long, presumably for the second half, you know, Washington being without their point guard, you know, their operator of the offense, who are you going to have to see kind of step up, you know, not only if she were to have been out there, but of course in her absence now in the second half.
You know, it's the shots are going up. They just got to go down, you know, and maybe we can see more spacing of the floor. You know, it gets pretty crowded down there as they're facing this press, and every possession they have to beat the press. And once they beat the press, now they're in this half-court offense. The half-court offense needs to have a spread floor and find your open shooter and let them just shoot. You know, eventually the rim will open up and they'll be able to put something down. But the turnovers, when you have this press and they're faced with this press, it's like they get a little scared of what to do next. And right now, we're leaning on the freshman to carry the load of that point guard offense in Ashlyn Long. And not to say that she isn't ready. She's definitely ready for the moment, but they have to be able to trust her with the ball at the top of the key and make an offense that allows her to, you know, show her game.
Yeah, certainly. It's, you know, she had a strong performance on defense, and you're right. You know, we talked to Coach Colin Mulford last time. It was, you know, I'm saying once they beat the press, it was just, you know, knowing when to slow down, knowing when to take the opportunities to limit those turnovers. That will be big for Washington as a collective in this second half. We'll send it to a quick break. We'll come back in about 90 seconds for the second half between Washington and Keokuk.
Our communities were founded on the strength of local farmers. At CBI Bank and Trust, you can aim high, bank strong. With personalized service and trusted relationships, we'll help take your ag business to the next level with the right loan for your needs. CBI Bank and Trust is here for you.
At Southeast Iowa Cabinets and Strabela Construction, we provide everything from design to complete installation of your kitchen cabinets. For small town service with competitive prices, Southeast Iowa Cabinets and Strabela Construction are here for you. The Connie and Amanda team is dedicated to giving back to our community by actively engaging with our clients, businesses, and the public. When it comes to helping you find your next home, investment, or commercial space, the Connie and Amanda team is here for you.
At WCHC, our goal is to take great care of our patients and our staff.
We are able to approach you, take care of your issues, but also give you a path, you know, as far as referrals or treating you right then and there.
Our role in the community is taking care of something that matters to everyone. It's their family and their health.
More than you expect for your health care.
Check out Community Profiles every Thursday, where our host, Greta Clemens, talks with people from around Washington about their stories and highlighting upcoming events. Make sure to tune in to Community Profiles every Thursday at 10 on the Southeast Iowa Live Facebook and YouTube page.
Back here for the second half between Washington and Keokuk here on the Southeast Iowa Video Network. The first of two games, a doubleheader here tonight between the Demons and the Chiefs. The girls' game with 16 minutes to go. We'll have the boys' game shortly after, right here. So stay tuned after that, but still a game in the balance. Keokuk able to flip the momentum a little bit in the second quarter. Washington trying to come up with an early steal there. It's able to be sprayed out that time. Nice play there by Boatman just to keep it alive, and now a foul.
Already, we've noticed intensified defense has been adjusted. They've turned the heat up on defense already.
Messenger gets hit with the foul. That's just her first. Ball comes in now to Callie Ames.
It's
Top
almost
of the
like
key, Mason.
It's almost like they're daring Callie Ames to shoot. They're not guarding her. Every time she gets the ball, she seems as though she doesn't know what to do. She's just...
Logan. Drive inside, layup, rolls out. Rebound by Ashlyn Long. The other way come Washington. Messenger kicks it out in the corner. Addison Miller, excuse me. Miller to the corner. Three, no good from Soboski. Messenger gets the old board, though, and connects.
Bucket.
Just a two, but nevertheless a bucket for Leighton Messenger after the offensive rebound.
That is tough. Crow's going to probably have to sit for the majority of the rest of the game. Majority of this quarter for sure, but that might be her. She might be gone for the game.
Kroll does come out. That is her fourth, and one of the better rebounders on this Washington team. I think she'll have to come back at some point, but you're right, Zeph. A long stint on the bench, likely. That'll bring in Sarah Berto. It's kind of the primary post option now. Miller, of course, a tall presence down there as well. All the way to the rim. Shot no good from Boatman. Rebound by Messenger. So Messenger, a couple of rebounds in this third quarter. Here's a three, too strong by Miller. Rebound to Keokuk's Ames. Into the front court, Mason. Mason gets to the free throw line. The kick, the three from Horde, good.
Whoa. She's got a nice form on that three-point shot.
That's her second made three of the game for Kylie Horde.
Third,
thank you, Zeph. Yeah, her and Elizabeth Mason have been strong tonight, and there's a turnover. Up the other way, Horde can try again. That one too strong. Messenger couldn't get two hands on that rebound. It's saved, and Horde will go to the free throw line. So a chance for two more for the sophomore Horde. Appeared in just 9 games last year. Averaged under a point per game in those appearances. Didn't score in that loss for Keokuk against Notre Dame. So in a lot better of a groove, though did miss that free throw. It's a Keokuk team we talked about has had a ton of success here in the past few seasons. Second, first, and first, their last three positions in the SEC over the last 3 years. They've reached the Class 4A region semifinals a couple of times, come up just short of reaching state. Messenger tried the back cut, couldn't handle that pass from Soboski.
A little too much on that one from Soboski. That was a great cut from Messenger, the intended receiver there.
Right idea, but a turnover. Full court press on for Washington. Mason gets it across, guarded by Long, goes behind the back. Pulls it back out, hands it off to Ames. Gets the screen, lost it, but it's corralled by Horde, who gives it to Mason, who'll fire for three. That's good. Mason was calling for it, and Washington is going to call for a timeout. The lead back into double figures. It is 12 for Keokuk. Washington needing to try to regroup here. The Demons will go to a quick break. We'll come back on the other side of this full timeout. It's Keokuk 32, Washington 20.
Your adventure starts
Back
here.
out of the timeout. It's a 12-point lead for Keokuk. That feels like a critical stretch of this game with 5:27 to go in the third quarter. Washington needing to cut into this deficit. Keokuk trying to run away with it in the third.
The beauty of basketball is it's a game of runs. And right now, Keokuk has been on a strong run that's extended far past the second quarter. So
here's Messenger, short corner shot, just short, gets the offensive board though. Now kicks out Addison Miller, gives it to Sabaski, thought about it. Messenger again, drives baseline, gets to the rim, but too strong on the shot. Berto comes away with the offensive board, and Long is hacked. And that's on Boatman, that'll be her third. So give Messenger and Berto a couple of O boards there. That has been critical. Mentioned the pregame, Zeph, of keeping possessions alive.
You know, it would not be a bad idea to bait Boatman into her fourth foul here as we're reaching close to the halfway mark of this third quarter, as she's playing pretty gritty, but she has a strong hold on the offense and, you know, controlling the ball, so.
Yeah, Boatman with 7 points. Leader right now is Kylie Horde. There's a three from Reagan Miller, too strong, and a O board, though, on her own three. Sabaski has it right wing, looking for a teammate after picking up her dribble. Berto at the elbow, gets to Sabaski in the corner, 4-3, too strong. Miller another offensive rebound, but it goes right into the hands of Mason.
Olin.
So 2 boards for Reagan Miller, but nothing doing for Washington. Now here's Boatman, she'll try a three. Misses off the front iron. Miller guards Mason. Boatman again with Messenger defending. Still a 12-point game, ticking under 4 minutes to play here in this third quarter. Boatman, nice move there, and gets all the way to the rack and will shoot 2.
That is a very tough and unfortunate foul. They didn't need that foul there. Good defense by Leighton Messenger there to force Boatman to put the ball on the ground, but unfortunate.
So Boatman, 2 free throws. First team All-SEC player last year. Went 0 of 2 from the free throw line in her 26-point outing against Notre Dame Quincy. Didn't even take she's taken a couple threes tonight. Didn't take a three in that game. What makes this a 34-20 affair with 3:45 to play.
Tried to get the steal there.
Spins around her defender. Corner pop for Sabaski. That's good. A much-needed three for Oakley Sabaski in Washington.
That could potentially add a lot of confidence to her. She's been looking to get that ball down in the net for a while.
In the dime from Messenger. Offensive rebound. Grabbed strongly that time, but Berto takes it away. Washington now with Ashlyn Long. Freshman's been running the show all quarter. Miller trapped, gets it to Ashlyn Long. She goes around a defender. Long all the way to the rim. Too strong on the shot. No call.
That is tough there. I know they wanted that one.
They haven't been calling a ton. There's a nice full court pass. Gets it to Mason. Blocked by Miller. Mason pokes it away. It'll stay with Washington. And Sabaski went down hard. Appears to be okay.
What a block there from Miller.
From Reagan Miller.
That's the type of intensity they need right now against another intense team in the Chiefs.
Washington still in it, but a miscued pass that time by Messenger. It'll be a turnover back to the Chiefs. Addison Miller will give Sabaski a break.
I know she got shaken up right there, but I would have liked Sabaski to stay in the game. Get her rhythm going.
See how long she remains on the bench. It's the foul away from the play that time. Refs have been letting a fair amount go around the rim tonight.
Oh, that's tough. Third foul.
And the fifth, crucially as well, for Washington, will put Keokuk in the bonus the rest of this third quarter as Mason adds to her strong night. She's now in double figures with 10. Misses too strong, but an offensive rebound for Keokuk. Up strong, that one blocked by Messenger. And it will go to Washington, so no further damage done on that possession, but 35-23. Keokuk just being able to keep Washington at arm's length here. Demons need a run similar to the one in the first quarter. That's a giveaway, though, by Long. Back the other way comes Boatman. Layup goes down. And Boatman now in double figures with 11. Addison Miller driving, kicks to Messenger. Now Miller in the corner, thought about it, now drives, layup, no good, but a foul will send Miller to the free throw line.
That is tough.
Fouls on Logan, her third, team second.
Miller no points yet tonight. Gets her first dropping in the free throw.
There is one.
Second free throw from Miller, rolls off the rim and in. This near side rim gives a friendly bounce. There was not a lot of those for either Washington or Albia on this side of the floor last game.
That is true.
Here's Horde, left wing, drops it inside.
Defense.
Nice swat there, and a foul on Keokuk will give possession back to Washington. Give Berto credit, the block on Logan. And the foul will also go on Logan. That'll be her fourth.
There's a lot of foul trouble happening here.
Logan, a quiet night tonight with just 4 points, but now we'll have to check out of the game. All right, Steph, she's got 4. Boatman's got 3. The 2 to watch for Washington. Ashlyn Long and Oakley Sabaski both have 3. Here is Sabaski for 3. Too strong.
Rebound.
Offensive rebound from Miller and one. A huge bucket for Addison Miller. She'll go back to the line for one more.
Keep up this intensity. Bring this into the fourth quarter. This is what you need right here.
Miller converts.
And one.
Just like that, Washington has it back within single digits.
Puts up 5
90
quick points.
Seconds to go in this third quarter. Just like that, after saying she had been held scoreless. Miller up to 5 points. Messenger guarding Boatman. Boatman still with it, trying to probe. Now Horde, she gets inside. Horde has it blocked. It'll stay with Keokuk, but nice defense there by the Demons. There's a swarm of white jerseys around that basketball. Couldn't quite tell right there who got her hand to it, but some better defensive intensity over the last minute or so for Washington. It's paid off on the other end. They need another minute of it. Here's Ames. Long 3 for Boatman. No good. It was at the end of the shot clock. She needed to take it. Miller collects the rebound. Messenger dashes the other way. Here's Reagan Miller in the corner. Hands it off to Messenger. Miller.
Get that
Long.
ball to Addison.
Gets it to the corner. Addison Miller wants it in the post. Instead, it's Ashlyn Long.
Got Leighton Messenger down there. She's
Gets
got to
the
find
screen.
her.
Kicks to Sabaski. 10 on the shot clock. Sabaski trapped on the baseline, and that's a turnover.
Stolen.
Horde with the steal. And a foul on Washington. I was looking down
That's
briefly,
tough.
and they're going to get Sabaski on the foul. And that'll be her fourth.
Wow. The foul trouble can be the huge difference maker here for both squads.
Washington, it looked like they were pointing their direction like it was an offensive foul on Boatman, but she'll instead go to the line for 2. Cans the first, and that'll make it a 10-point game. Boatman up to 11. Bertle will come in for Soboski. We'll see how long her and Vivian Kroll continue to sit with 4 fouls each as we head into this fourth quarter. Second free throw for Boatman is too strong. Messenger dashes the other way with it. Chance for Washington to get a momentum play here. Can take the final shot if they want it. Long gets in the corner, kicks to Messenger. Thought about a 3, instead drives inside. Kick out. Miller has an open look. No good. Collected and a leak out for Keokuk. Opportunity for Mason. 2 with 1. Gets the shot off. Too strong, and that will keep the deficit at 10. So the game still very much in hand. Washington, if they could get a run in this fourth quarter, can continue cutting in the lead. Some strong play there in the third. We'll head to a break. Come back with the final 8 minutes. Washington and Keokuk on the Southeast Iowa Video Network, powered by Washington County Hospital and Clinics.
At Seafirst Credit Union, we're all about making connections, like how we connect you to that dream vacation with a savings account designed to help get you on the flight there. Connect with Seafirst today and see why together is better.
At Washington Lumber and Home Center, our extensive knowledge, great pricing, and a long list of local installation experts, you are guaranteed to get the service you deserve with the quality you should expect. Washington Lumber and Home Center, your local place for great results.
Introducing Hy-Vee Market Grill, where every meal is a delight. Start your day with our mouthwatering breakfast options and savor flavorful lunches with friends and family. Cap off your day with our delectable dinners. Hy-Vee Market Grill, where every moment is delicious.
Fairway is the place to be all season long for your grocery needs. Drive through the lane for the snacks and drinks you need to keep you in the game, and don't forget to grab a meal for a post-game feast. Make Fairway your home field advantage.
Back for the final 8 minutes here on the Southeast Iowa Video Network. Washington, without Adeline Long, who went down with an injury at the end of the first quarter, is trying to hang tough with a good Keokuk team that has won 22 straight against these Demons. Washington's going to start with the basketball in the fourth quarter. They got it under single digits. Keokuk made it a 10-point game by the end of the third. They've got 3 in double figures. And a 3 coming for Long. Too strong. Offensive rebound to Berto. She goes right back up with it. No good.
From
Miller collects it. That one's too strong. Trying to rip it down, and Washington will get a jump. Possession arrow does go Keokuk's way, but some continued production on the offensive glass for the Demons. They do come up empty. I mentioned those double-digit scores. Horde and the star for Keokuk, Kendra Boatman, both have 12. And Elizabeth Mason continuing her strong momentum from their last game where she had 19. She's got 10. Pacing the Demons on the floor right now. Addison Miller has 5. Leighton Messenger 4. Messenger a steal. Messenger pass ahead to Reagan Miller. Reagan Miller up for the layup. Might have got a piece of it, was Horde. Miller tries to come back down from it. Horde takes it away.
That was
nice
tough.
Defensive play there by number 2 in purple.
From our angle, we couldn't really tell if she got a piece of that or not.
Ashlyn Long rips down a rebound. Here's Leighton Messenger. Addison Miller will try a 3. That's
good. She makes it. Huge.
Up to 8 points now, all of them in the second half.
That is exactly what she's wanted this entire game.
Messenger, now Long switching on to Boatman. Long has had active hands all game, 3 steals tonight. Boatman, Keokuk trying to find an answer. They get it inside, and the shot goes in a foul, and that will send Nevaeh Logan a big answer for the Chiefs. As Logan gets the shot to drop, she'll get the chance to add to the lead, make it a 10-point game. That is now the 4th on Ashlyn Long as Logan drops the free throw in. So Long has 4. Vivian Kroll and Oakley Saboski remain on the bench with 4 apiece. Berto gets an easy look for 2.
That was a great bucket there, great bucket.
Not much paint resistance that time for Sarah Berto. This is a shorter Keokuk team. Washington does have the height advantage. See how much they continue to lead on it. Berto with the tip. Logan collects it and gets it to Boatman. Boatman drives left. Boatman tries to go through a couple of defenders. No call either way. Washington comes away with the rebound.
Elbow there.
Messenger sprinting across the half-court line. Miller right side. Miller trying to drive against Keokuk's Horrid. 3 for Reagan Miller. Good!
I guess we're leaning on the Millers tonight.
The hot hands from Reagan and Addison Miller. And it's a 5-point game. Washington looking for another stop on defense. That one comes inside. Logan gets fouled.
That
and
is
another
and one call.
Another answer for Nevaeh Logan.
That was tough.
Washington
they haven't called a lot of those this game, but to see him call that one is very questionable.
On back-to-back possessions, that one goes on Berto, just her first. But you're right, Seth. It looked like the hands were straight up there. The free throw missed, but a jump ball, and that's going to give possession, or keep possession with Washington.
That was questionable. I'm not a fan of that one, but you know.
Coach Colin Mulford was asking for an explanation from the referee. 43-36 after Logan missing the front end. Here's Messenger. Miller gets inside. Berto, who's bumped.
There we go. Play it right on both sides. That's what we want to see right there.
That foul will go on Callie Ames. That's just her first.
Under 5 minutes to play in the 4th quarter. That is what we want to see.
Refs getting some applause from the Washington faithful for the equalization of fouls, if you will. Has to get it in, does to Berto, goes back to Ashlyn Long. She'll fire a 3, too strong. Berto trying to come away with the O board, she does. Berto gets it to Miller, pump fake, steps back, Miller for 3. That one too strong as well, so an empty trip.
That one sent chills down my body. I wanted to see that one go in so bad, so bad.
Mason drives baseline.
Oh, and it's short.
Miller might have got a piece of that. Berto, or Reagan Miller rather, will come the other way. Goes all the way inside, has it blocked. Messenger gets the offensive rebound. And will fire a 3. No good.
That's
Keokuk
tough.
come quickly the other way. A couple of empty trips for both teams, and Keokuk going to settle things down with a timeout. 43-36.
I am not lying when I say I got like the chills down my body when that shot went in the sky because I wanted it to go down so bad. So bad.
We'll send it to a quick break. Come back in about 50 seconds here on the Southeast Iowa Video Network, Washington Keokuk.
Your adventure starts here. Capper Auto Group, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram will get you ready in style. Meet with our friendly and experienced team to find a vehicle that gets you on the road and rely on our service shop to keep you there. Capper Auto Group. See yourself the Capper experience.
At Wolf Floral, you'll find everything you need to spruce up your summer. Located on the southeast corner of the Washington Square, we've got you covered from small gift items to the finest floral arrangements around. Wolf Floral, unique by choice, not by chance. Welcome back to Washington High School, where we are in the closing stages of the girls' game between Washington and Keokuk. Don't forget, we'll have the Washington boys' game against the Chiefs right here on the Southeast Iowa Video Network shortly after this one. Hear a chant from the Keokuk fans. Jack Knowlton and Zeph Walker-L. 4:11 left on the clock, Zeph. You were just talking about it in the break. That step-back 3 for Reagan Miller just missing, but the Demons right in this one with some good shooting and good defense.
In this one. Defense is key, and the intensity has been shown. We've got some good offense coming from both Millers. We've just got to keep this play up. Deny the ball. We've got this.
Reagan and Addison Miller combined for 14 points.
Great defense there. Look at those. Look at the way she's shuffling. Look at the way she's shuffling on defense. There we go. Force her to take a long shot.
Too strong. Berto has been all over the glass in this fourth quarter, playing some big minutes here with Vivian Kroll in foul trouble. Another rebound. Some high ball pressure. Demons get around it. Berto has it swatted out of bounds. Another good block there.
That was a good attempt, though. Good attempt.
Logan with the block. Some good interior defense from both teams. And Ashlyn Long's got to get it in. Finds Miller, who drives inside. Lost it on the way up, and it went off her knee. That'll go back the other way to Keokuk.
Great attempt, though. That was a wide open layup if it didn't hit her knee.
Washington need to string together just a few stops. Time very shortly not going to be on the Demon side. Once again, it'll be intriguing to see if we see Kroll and Sabaski come back in. Both of them 4 fouls apiece. Mason gets inside. Layup is good.
That was nice.
Circus shot from Miller, or from Mason, excuse me. And it's a 9-point Chiefs lead. Long probes inside, gets it to Miller. Stops near the free throw line. Kick out. Addison Miller drives baseline and gets bumped.
They saw it.
Second foul of this quarter on Ames.
Don't let her get away with that one.
So both teams 2 apiece. 5 fouls gets Washington in the bonus. That would be major for them as they try and get back in this game. Long gets it into Miller. Miller fires for 3. High arcing shot is too strong. It was tipped out by Berto, but no one there. Back to Keokuk. And a timeout going to be called by Coach Colin Mulford. Washington with 1 remaining. We'll step aside for another quick moment. Come back here on the Southeast Iowa Video Network. For just a second. That's good. Back now for the final 3 minutes on the Southeast Iowa Video Network. Washington trying to work their way back into this game against Keokuk. 45-36 Chiefs. They went on a 12-2 run in the second quarter, and that has been the difference here tonight so far. But Washington trying to change their fortunes.
This is going to be an interesting 3 minutes.
Mason gets across the timeline, drives all the way inside, tried to curl a pass and turns it over.
That could be a huge, huge turnover there.
An unforced error. Big possession upcoming for the Demons.
Demons still trailing by 9. They just need some quick offensive buckets here.
Long gets across. Here's Messenger. Vivian Kroll is back into the game with 4 fouls. Miller drives all the way inside, has a lane. Miller for 2.
Great take by Miller there.
Addison Miller, 10 points in the second half. Boatman goes quickly the other way, gets it inside. Now has it back after a deflection. The kick out, thinking about a 3 was Horde. She didn't take it. Boatman trying to drive on Kroll. And an offensive foul goes on Boatman.
That's number 4.
Excuse me, a 3 in the key. I misread the ref signals there. So nevertheless, a turnover to Washington. But a good note, Zeph. Boatman will pick up her 4th if she does get another one. On 3, Ashlyn Long. Kick out, Messenger for 3. Too strong. Kroll trying to gather the rebound. Instead goes to Ames. Vivian Kroll has to kind of get back up to speed. Sat for a while with those 4 fouls. Doing some defending here, but fouled on the way up. And back to the free throw line goes Nevaeh Logan, who has been Keokuk's best player here in the fourth.
She's been in the paint there, defensively and offensively.
Logan can become the fourth Chief to get up in double figures on this free throw. She does just that. (46-38). This is a Keokuk team that beat Washington by 19, and an offensive rebound and a scuffle, and Messenger emerges with it. Took it away from Horde. Messenger, Addison Miller. Ashlyn Long drives inside and is fouled by Horde.
Let's see if they'll make a continuation on that, allow her to go to the free throw line.
No, it'll be on the baseline. Continuation, unfortunately, not as liberally applied at the high school level as it is in the professional and college ranks. So 3 team fouls now for Keokuk, and 1:30 to go. Washington in need of points. Long top
Great
of the key
shot.
3. No good.
Rebound.
Messenger fights for the rebound. Goes up. No good. Another opportunity, and she'll go to the line for 2.
These crucial free throws can make this a 2-possession game, 3-possession, potentially 2-possession game.
Messenger, some big rebounds, misses the front end.
She can't get in her head about it.
Messenger was Washington's best player last game in her first season back in the fold since her freshman campaign. Drops in the second free throw. Messenger 5 points on the evening. Washington needs a stop. 7-point game here at Washington High School. Mason trying to get inside, guarded by Kroll and Reagan Miller. Sprays the pass to Horde. It was a risky one. Mason has it again. 110 and ticking. The double comes.
Defense.
There's the steal.
She's got to hold
Miller,
it.
Kroll holds it up and gets it to Messenger, who goes quickly. Miller, that's good. The steal and score for Reagan Miller.
We've reached the witching period.
Miller's got 8 and a couple of steals tonight. 48 seconds to go, and that'll be a foul on Leighton Messenger.
Oh, that is a tough call.
Washington had one to give. Messenger has plenty. She's only up to 2 for the game. Reagan and Addison Miller.
Putting her at the line right there would have been detrimental to the comeback from Washington.
Both have been awesome tonight. Washington, once again, still in need of a stop, though. Miller trying to trap. Addison Miller's there, too. Blitzing the ball handler, the Demons. Mason tries to get to the baseline. Mason guarded by Kroll and got fouled on the way up, and that's going to be the night for Vivian Kroll.
That's tough. You hate to see that.
And so Saboski will come in. Kroll finishes the night with 2 points. So Saboski, Washington's other player in foul trouble, comes up. First free throw missed.
That's huge.
And it is 2 free throws. It was on the shot. A couple of Demons there, smartly crashing the glass, ready to corral it, but Mason will get a second.
And she misses.
And missed the second one.
30 seconds to go.
Life for Washington. Gotta go quick. Messenger, top of the key. Over to Addison Miller. Guarded by Ames.
No.
A wayward pass is going to turn it over.
Oh, that is a tough. She's got to just go for the bucket there. The worst thing you can do is miss.
Cut inside, and it was a miscommunication. And now Washington going to have to foul. Messenger does that, and that will send Boatman to the line.
Man, that's tough.
A brutal turnover there for Washington.
You hate to see a miscommunication be the reason turn the ball over there.
Boatman misses the first.
More life. Do you call a timeout here if you're the coach of Washington? Do you call a timeout if she misses this and we get the rebound?
Only one left. Boatman drops that one in.
Oh.
So a 6-point game, and a timeout is called. And it was by Keokuk, so Washington will retain theirs. A minute to go, or a minute timeout. We'll keep it here. So Zeph, a 6-point game. Washington's got to go quickly here with 17 seconds left on the game clock.
Yes, indeed. 6 points. And they need 2 perfect shots. And they both have to be 3-pointers. They cannot afford to wait for it. They cannot afford to look around and see who's going to take it. They have to know that when this ball is inbounded, it goes in the air. You can't waste a second of that 13. Their backs are against the wall.
Yeah, and Keokuk going to probably give Washington the lane, try not to foul. They've been called for plenty in this too. One more will put Washington in the bonus. So Keokuk none to give, which is important in a situation like this. Usually you can, let a team bleed some clock and then give that foul that you have left to give, but they won't want to put Washington on the line and give them any free points. So it's going to be how well the Demons can draw something up. And I think you're right, Zeph, with just 13 on the clock. I misspoke earlier. I think I said 17. But with 13 left on the clock, Washington's how quickly they can draw something up and get a quick 3. And if they can knock it down, foul, and hope for some missed free throws is probably where you're living at this point in the game. Well, 13 to go. Reagan Miller inbound. She threw it away. Tried to get it into Messenger. The shot no good. Rebound shot is blocked.
That's a ball
Keokuk
game.
gets another rebound, and they're going to be able to dribble it out. Boatman gets fouled, but that is going to do it. It's Reagan Miller looking for Leighton Messenger.
Miscommunication after miscommunication.
So Washington with little opportunity left here as Boatman can ice this one with a couple more. Makes the first. Boatman having a nice outing, up to 14 points. Washington did a lot better against her than Quincy managed to, but 4 players in double figures for the Chiefs tonight. Just a couple of players managing to get going. Mason will intercept that pass, hold it up, and that will do it. So a tough one for the Demons. They drop 41-49 to the Keokuk Chiefs. Zeph, some quick final thoughts from you before we send it to a break. We'll recap further and preview the boys' game on the other side.
It's tough that the game had to come down to what it did with the miscommunications. We saw some great outbursts or outbreaks from the Millers, Addison and Reagan Miller in the fourth quarter there. Just a tough loss, You've got to be able to communicate with your teammate, know where they are on the court at all times. That's huge.
Yeah, tough one for Washington. We'll talk a little bit more about it on the other side and preview the boys' game as they are set to take on Keokuk as well here in just a couple of minutes. Send it to a quick break, back in a few here on the Southeast Iowa Video Network.
Here at the Morning Breath, we start every morning with style and grace.
Give me a
Engaging you with thoughtful and critically thinking topics to start your day.
Did you know that Pop-Tarts are horrible for you?
While always maintaining a professional and family-friendly environment.
John, you're no longer a virgin.
Oh, and all the other stuff.
Flowers.
Yes.
Straight up out of we talk on all over the out of.
There's another word for that, Peter. What do we call that? Cold.
It is cold. It's going to get
Weekdays at 7:15, only on the Southeast Iowa Video Network Facebook and YouTube page.
In the heart of rural Iowa, where community matters most, the connections we make are made to last. Meet KCTC, your hometown internet, phone, and TV provider. At KCTC, we're not just about technology, we're about people. Our dedicated team are your neighbors, committed to bringing you top-tier services right where you live. We believe in giving back to the community that raised us. Experience the power of a real connection with KCTC. Join us in building a stronger, more connected Southeast Iowa.
I love helping people. I always wanted to help people. That's what I love the most.
We do a really good job of growing our own, but also we are able to take your skills, adapt them to what we need, or grow them as well.
Our leadership group here, they are actively involved, always supportive of our new ideas and innovation here at the hospital.
Washington County Hospital and Clinics. Apply today.
There are places where all roads lead to families providing for their loved ones and their community. That's where you'll find us. Generation after generation, Farm Bureau Financial Services. It's your future. Let's protect it.
My name is Levi Lyle. I have lived in Keokuk my entire life, but I've been an organic farmer for about a decade. Truly, the reason to do business locally is because of the joy and fulfillment that comes in relationships. Coming to Professional Proteins is an opportunity to work with good people.
Our communities were founded on the strength of local farmers. At CBI Bank and Trust, you can aim high, bank strong. With personalized service and trusted relationships, we'll help take your ag business to the next level with the right loan for your needs. CBI Bank and Trust is here for you.
At Southeast Iowa Cabinets and Strabela Construction, we provide everything from design to complete installation of your kitchen cabinets. For small town service with competitive prices, Southeast Iowa Cabinets and Strabela Construction are here for you. The Connie and Amanda team is dedicated to giving back to our community by actively engaging with our clients, businesses, and the public. When it comes to helping you find your next home, investment, or commercial space, the Connie and Amanda team is here for you.
At WCHC, our goal is to take great care of our patients and our staff.
We are able to approach you, take care of your issues, but also give you a path, as far as referrals or treating you right then and there.
Our role in the community is taking care of something that matters to everyone. It's their family and their health.
More than you expect for your health care.
Check out Community Profiles every Thursday, where our host, Greta Clemens, talks with people from around Washington about their stories and highlighting upcoming events. Make sure to tune in to Community Profiles every Thursday at 10 on the Southeast Iowa Live Facebook and YouTube page.
At Seafirst Credit Union, we're all about making connections, like how we connect you to that dream vacation with a savings account designed to help get you on the flight there. Connect with Seafirst today and see why together is better.
At Washington Lumber and Home Center, our extensive knowledge, great pricing, and a long list of local installation experts, you are guaranteed to get the service you deserve with the quality you should expect. Washington Lumber and Home Center, your local place for great results.
Introducing Hy-Vee Market Grill, where every meal is a delight. Start your day with our mouthwatering breakfast options and savor flavorful lunches with friends and family. Cap off your day with our delectable dinners. Hy-Vee Market Grill, where every moment is delicious.
Fairway is the place to be all season long for your grocery needs. Drive through the lane for the snacks and drinks you need to keep you in the game, and don't forget to grab a meal for a post-game feast. Make Fairway your home field advantage. Your adventure starts here. Caparotto Group Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram will get you ready in style. Meet with our friendly and experienced team to find a vehicle that gets you on the road, and rely on our service shop to keep you there. Caparotto Group. See yourself the Capra experience.
At Wolf Floral, you'll find everything you need to spruce up your summer. Located on the southeast corner of the Washington Square, we've got you covered from small gift items to the finest floral arrangements around. Wolf Floral, unique by choice, not by chance.
Here at The Morning Breath, we start every morning with style and grace. Engaging you with thoughtful and critically thinking topics to start your day.
Do you know that Pop-Tarts are like horrible for you?
While always maintaining a professional and family-friendly environment.
John, you're no longer a virgin.
Oh, and all the other stuff.
Flowers.
Yes.
Straight in the butt of the dirt. We talk on all over the world.
Out of There's another word for that, Peter. What do we call that? Cold.
It is cold. It's going to get
Weekdays at 7:15, only on the Southeast Iowa Video Network Facebook and YouTube page.
In the heart of rural Iowa, where community matters most, the connections we make are made to last. Meet KCTC, your hometown internet, phone, and TV provider. At KCTC, we're not just about technology, we're about people. Our dedicated team are your neighbors, committed to bringing you top-tier services right where you live. We believe in giving back to the community that raised us. Experience the power of a real connection with KCTC. Join us in building a stronger, more connected Southeast Iowa.
Welcome back to Washington High School, where we are just under 7 minutes away from the start of the Washington boys basketball game against Keokuk. But first and foremost, it's the Community First Credit Union post-game show after the Washington girls basketball team fell 49-41 at the hands of the Chiefs. Jack Knowlton, Zeph Walker-El didn't get to do that with you, partner, before we started the girls game, but a tough loss for the Demons. Before we get into previewing the boys basketball game as they look to have a better fortune against their SEC opponent, just your final thoughts, final impressions, takeaways from a tough game for the Demons, of course, losing Adeline Long in the first quarter, a 12-2 run in the second by the Chiefs turned things around, ended up being able to hang on to that after a good fight back in the fourth quarter by Washington.
You know, we were able to see like I was mentioning during the game right before we ended, we were able to see Addison and Reagan Miller open up their offense a little bit and become the clutch players and actually lean on them for buckets. It's almost like when they had the ball in their hand, they made a play. Under the rim, behind the arc, there was basketball plays happening. And this is only their second game or third game of the season, right? They're 2-1 now, you know, dropping this game. I'm excited to see what's going to come forward. It's very unfortunate what happened to Adeline Long, and we hope to see her in the next game. But if we don't, we are now able to see where other pieces of this offense fit. That's huge.
Yeah, without a doubt. Obviously, you know, it was certainly demoralizing. I think, you know, you would forgive Washington for thinking of their teammate and obviously being impacted by seeing someone get hurt, and it's never, never fun no matter what team you're on, and certainly that impacted them in the second quarter. But you're right, Zeph. I think for the likes of Reagan Miller, who's just a sophomore, Ashlyn Long, who's just a freshman, Sarah Berto came in and played some really big minutes with Vivian Kroll in foul trouble down there in the post. That's going to be huge for their development and their growth as players. And it's going to be next man up. I'm very curious to talk to Coach Colin Mulford, which we'll do in the third quarter of this game, about that and just how his team responded and will hopefully continue to respond to their first defeat of the season. Let's turn our attention now to the game upcoming. The Washington boys coming up against the Keokuk Chiefs, who are playing their first game of the season. We, of course, watched Washington's debut. They took down Albia to start things out 49-29. 3 players, and it was the usual suspects, Drew Conrad, Nick Stone, and Rajan Roth, all in double figures for the Demons tonight. They face a Keokuk side who they split the season series with last year. Keokuk lost the first one 57-21 in a nail-biter, and then blew out Washington in the second one. And Zeph, that was mostly courtesy of a guy whose name we're going to call a lot tonight, Jackson Clark, who has some D1 buzz about him. The senior this year was a junior on a senior-heavy Keokuk team. Last year, you see his numbers, compare him with the likes of Nick Stone, who played very, very well in the first game, had 10 points, or 12 points in the second game, rather, shot 4 of 9 from 3 in that one. But Clark, a 6'10 presence, averaging 22 and 14 last year. Will be tough for a Washington team that, is a bit undersized by the, standard measures. Your thoughts on this matchup here tonight?
First game jitters are going to have to get out of the way for Keokuk. Washington, I believe they're ready to defend home court once again. I don't think they're going to, shake in the face of a D1 prospect over there on Keokuk. He's still got to play, The easiest thing that college can do is take the table, take the offer off the table. So I believe with Washington doing their scouting report, they should be able to know what to expect and try to outshine that and not let that impact how they're going to play. Lean on guys in the clutch like Cale Williams, had a really great shot that changed the entire momentum going into that second half last game. Lean on Drew Conrad, who's been able to control the floor and just push the ball. Lean on Rajon, lean on Nick Stone. Let your guys showcase their talent and play ball.
Well, Keokuk, the boys team, similarly to the girls squad that had to replace a lot of talent from a year ago, have to do the same thing. They lost 7 seniors from a year ago. In fact, the 4 other starters who were consistent last year along with Clark are all gone. So 5 of their top 6 scorers. They had 2 second-team All-SEC departures, as well as a pair of honorable mention All-SECers leave. Brenton Horde is the main one, 11 points, nearly 4 rebounds, 3.5 assists. So they'll have to replace that. So plenty of newcomers. Clark will be one of them. His younger brother, Jalen Clark, is in his first season on the team. Chase Smith has some experience with 13 games last year, as does Lincoln Rye, but not a ton coming back. Washington going to lean on that experience, and I think it's going to be interesting, too, Zeph, how this guard play operates for the Demons with how much Keokuk maybe chooses to press. For as much as they're going to lean on their size, Washington can lean on some pretty talented guys in the backcourt to get things done as they did against Albia.
Yes, they can. It's still Washington's second game as well. So we haven't even seen what the deep part of their bench or what the deep part of their offense looked like. They were able to explode with a lead last game, and what, some give or take could say it's a blowout victory they had, but we haven't seen anything yet. Let's allow Washington to actually get into their real offense this game, as they do have a W under their belt and defend home court.
Yeah, we'll see how it plays out between Washington and Keokuk. We will send things down to the PA announcer and get the starting lineups between the Demons and the Keokuk Chiefs, as well as the national anthem. Then you'll hear our voices taking you through Washington and Keokuk. We will be right back, but go nowhere. Start moment.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to round 2 of tonight's conference opener between the Keokuk Chiefs and your very own Washington Demons. Here are tonight's starting lineups. First for the Keokuk Chiefs, a 5'8" sophomore guard, number 0, Antonio Crockett. A 6-foot sophomore guard, number 1, Kyler Bielman. A 6'4" sophomore power forward, number 4, Jalen Clark. At 6-foot junior guard, number 11, Lincoln Ray. And rounding out the lineup for the Chiefs tonight, a 6'10" senior center, number 24, Jackson Clark. The Keokuk Chiefs are coached by head coach Anthony Protran, assisted by Randy Gilman, Kevin Burgett, and Marvin McNutt. And now for your Demons. Starting off at 6'5", Junior guard, Mr. Smooth, number 1, Drew Conrad. He's 6 foot. He's a senior guard. He's here, there, and everywhere. He's number 2, Kale Williams. At 6'1", senior guard, number 3. Now you see him, now you don't. Rajan Roth. 6'4", junior forward, number 4. He's Mr. 3, Nick Stone. And running up the game lineup for this evening at 6 foot, sophomore guard, number 14, Mr. Cool Schmitz. By head coach Colin Clark, assisted by Shannon Bug, Mason Quigley, and Kelly Williams. And now, let's get ready for round 2 of basketball tonight.
Back here on the Southeast Iowa Video Network. Round 2, as you heard the PA announcer say. Zeph, final quick thoughts from you before we get into this game.
That is a tall kid there, number 24. 6 foot. Was that 6'10"?
6'10".
6'10", who's jumping against Rajan Roth at 6'1".
Indeed, Jackson Clark, like we said, he was the SEC Player of the Year last year.
Wow.
Started all 25 games for Keokuk. Averaged a double-double, over 22 points and 14.5 rebounds a contest. Getting some looks from across the state. Some Division I offers have come in, and he understandably wins the tip-off for Keokuk.
Yeah. I think having Rajan Roth there was just for the leaping ability.
Clark goes right away, and the foul. Just feeding him inside. So Clark obviously out there making his presence felt immediately. Antonio Crockett also starts for this Keokuk team. Lincoln Rye out there. Kyler Beelman and Jalen Clark, as Jackson gets his own miss on the free throw. Gives to a cutting Jalen Clark, who rolls it up and in. So the sophomore, 2 quick ones, and it's a 4-0 Keokuk lead. Here's Conrad quickly the other way. Gets to the free throw line, tries to dish inside to Schmitz. It's batted around. We'll stay with the Demons.
Got a Clark-to-Clark connection there.
And Jalen, I mentioned, his first year on the team, sophomore for these Chiefs. Here's Nick Stone. Looking for it. Conrad right side. Didn't use the screen from Aiden Schmitz. Now it's Kale Williams, guarded by Jalen Clark. Williams drives baseline, sprays it to the corner. Nick Stone, 10 on the shot clock for Washington. Stone gets to the rim, too strong. The rebound. Clock still at 5. Williams has to go. Conrad launches. That's good.
Bucket. And that is why he is the point guard.
Drew Conrad.
The first option.
Quick bump by Kale Williams.
Clutch two-pointer there.
Here's Lincoln Rye. Jalen Clark inside. Jackson Clark up and good. 2 more.
It's still early, but the intensity of the Keokuk defense right now is alive and well.
And a foul is going to be called on Crockett for the bump on Conrad. Here's Williams. Looking now, drives right. Williams circles, gets to the rim, too strong. Rebound by Clark. Crockett can run. Gives it over to Jalen Clark. Lost the handle, trying to dish to Crockett. Rajan Roth wrapping up, and it'll be a jump ball that'll give possession to the Demons.
You gotta love the hustle, man. I'm loving it so far this game. It's just the intensity. It's just here.
No press for Keokuk. Conrad being guarded tightly by Crockett, though. Gives it to Roth. Drives baseline. Roth tried to spray a pass at the bottom of the rim on its way through to Williams. Turnover. Keokuk trying to run. Jalen Clark circles back. Jackson Clark steps back on Schmitz. That's good. Doing it at all three levels. Jackson Clark.
That was a great step back shot.
He's got 7 of the opening 9 Keokuk points.
You were right. He is going to be somebody we're going to call all night.
Roth. Conrad spins, kicks. Schmitz.
Oh, he's got to take that shot.
Draws and Clark swatted.
You do not drive on a 6'10" when you have a wide open three-pointer.
Well, Schmitz tried to attack the closeout, but you're right.
Wide open three-pointer, and your decision was to drive. I'm not a fan of that.
Conrad, he drives, gets stuck, loses possession, gets it back, now floats it up and was fouled on the way up. And he'll go to the line for 2.
The best part of the offense that is the best offense right now is going to be to space the floor and let it fly. Getting into the paint with a 6'10" beast that Jackson Clark is presenting himself to be so far in the opening minutes of this game, it's not likely. You also don't want to risk injury because that's a big dude.
Conrad drew the foul on him, so that'll be his first. He connects on the free throw. Give him all 3 Washington points. Two fouls for both teams. No good on the second by Conrad. Jalen Clark spots up a 3. Yes, sir. Jalen Clark knocks it down and has some words about it for Cale Williams. And there was a whistle.
Yeah, I thought
Keokuk
there was
for a second thought there was a timeout called. Instead, it's 12-3.
Oh!
Conrad sneaks by Crockett with the nifty move. Here's Schmitz. Stone drives inside, dishes to Schmitz, kick out. Williams, nice ball movement for Washington. Conrad out for Roth for 3. No good.
Someone has to let it fly.
Bielman emerges with the board for Keokuk. Crockett, kick out. Rye for 3, no good. Tip out collected by Conrad. Williams. Corner, Aiden Schmitz hesitated, now fires, no good. Roth, the nice offensive rebound, though.
Oh,
trying to get it
that was a great
Williams,
look.
Turns it over.
Great look. He's got to have the hands for that. He plays football. He's got to have the hands for that. That was a great look. Great look.
Chase Smith into the game, one of the more experienced returners. And by more experience, that's just 13 games. Nice steal by Williams.
Turnover from 15 there.
Cale Williams, the active hands. We saw that play. Kick out Roth, driving on Smith. Swings a pass to Stone. He drives inside and was grabbed. Foul will go on Crockett, so one of the starting guards with 2 quick fouls here. 12-3, all points coming by way of 3 players. Drew Conrad for Washington, and it's the Clarks. Jalen there gets the deflection off of Nick Stone.
No.
And that'll be a turnover.
No.
And Washington going to talk things over.
I'm arguing that one there. That was a very apparent deflection down there from Keokuk, but they called out of bounds on Nick Stone.
Regardless, Washington going to talk things over. Down 12-3 4-3. Back here in a moment on the Southeast Iowa Network. Back here on the Southeast Iowa Video Network, where it is the score: Jalen and Jackson Clark 12, Drew Conrad 3. Zeph, all three players have all the points accumulated in this first 4 minutes and change between Washington and Keokuk. And the Chiefs go the other way. Jalen Clark leaves that layup short. Jackson Clark battling for it, gets it, puts it up, no good.
Short.
Gets his own miss and gets it to go, and a foul. Right back to the well go the Chiefs.
Wow.
Jackson Clark already with 9 points in this first quarter. And Schmidt's going to have to sit with some foul trouble. Tate Griner will come into the game for the Demons. Clark drops the free throw through. 15-3. Stone, quick trigger three. No good, left it short. Rebound to Bielman.
Gotta let it fly, gotta let it fly.
Clark will try a quick three. That's good. His second three of the quarter. Jackson Clark. Give him 13. Conrad looking for Griner. Instead gives it to Roth. Top of the key. Drives inside. Clark rejection. It'll stay with Washington. Bode Beagles coming into the game. He actually the most experienced returner outside of Jackson Clark. 23 appearances last season, averaged around 1.5 points and 1.5 rebounds a contest. Nick Stone, free throw line, nice dish to Roth for two.
Great find. Great find.
Give the assist to Stone and the points to Rajan Roth. Here's Jalen Clark, quick trigger three. Too short, and a foul away from the play. Clark was grappling, and that's two now in the first quarter on Jackson Clark. And now perhaps a decision or consideration. Coach Anthony Potratz, he's in his first season.
Him sitting down can be huge.
Clark will take a seat. Kurt Joy going to come back in.
That could be huge for the turnaround. That might be the momentum needed to get that big guy out of the paint, allow the Washington to actually get in there without the fear of the block.
Probes. Griner thought about a three. Instead gives it to Williams. Back to Conrad, right side. Skips it all the way out. Griner gets open. 4-3. Good.
Big bucket. Big bucket from Tate Griner there.
Coach Colin Stark praised Tate Griner's big shot making in the win over Albia. Said he came in and hit a couple of huge ones to help Washington pull away.
Good defense.
He's got the hot hand right now. How will Keokuk answer without Jackson Clark? A rejection. Rajan Roth.
That is the intensity I'm talking about right there.
Rajan Roth with the swat. Nice baseline out of bounds, though, for Keokuk. Kurt Joy, the substitute for Jackson Clark, with the bucket. It's 20-8. Conrad on the screen from Williams. Drives around Joy all the way to the rim and down.
Smooth with the right. Smooth.
And the Demons, with a stop and a score, can get this within single digits. Joy, trapped in the corner. It's up in the air, the head fake.
Gotta get on that floor.
Link goes out to Rye, who flukes it up and puts it down. Lincoln Rye. Or Ray, excuse me. Lincoln Ray, the bucket. He'll be a big component for Keokuk this year. Stone. Williams all the way inside, leans in, no call, and a block for Chase Smith. Washington fans don't like it. Back the other way comes Ray. Roth might have got a piece. Griner got the rebound. Griner's gonna take a three. Too strong. Williams pops out for the offensive board. Slips the pass to Roth, turns, no good, can't get the layup to go. But Griner and Williams, a couple of boards. Nick Stone, a rejection. And a steal for Conrad. Doesn't have numbers, but gonna take a quick three, no good. Williams can't get the rebound. Quick three the other way. It's a frenetic pace to end this first quarter. Joy can't connect, and it is a 12-point ball game in favor of the Chiefs. We'll go to a break, come back with the second quarter action. Washington and Keokuk here on the Southeast Iowa Video Network.
I love helping people. I always wanted to help people. That's what I love the most.
We do a really good job of growing our own, but also we are able to take your skills, adapt them to what we need, or grow them as well.
Our leadership group here, they are actively involved, always supportive of our new ideas and innovation here at the hospital.
Washington County Hospital and Clinics. Apply today.
There are places where all roads lead to families providing for their loved ones and their community. That's where you'll find us. Generation after generation, Farm Bureau Financial Services. It's your future. Let's protect it.
My name is Levi Lyle. I have lived in Keokuk my entire life, but I've been an organic farmer for about a decade. Truly, the reason to do business locally is because of the joy and fulfillment that comes in relationships. Coming to Professional Proteins is an opportunity to work with good people.
And we are back here with Demons boy varsity basketball here as the Washington Demons are trailing 22-10 against the Keokuk Chiefs. The first quarter was all about D1 prospect Jackson Clark, who exploded for 13 points. Got a few blocks in there. Conrad bringing the ball up court and a fake on the pass, and he kicks it to the corner. Finds Tate Griner at the three, and it's short. Rebound from Rajan. Oh, and it's stolen from Nick Stone by the younger Clark, and layup there from Jalen Clark. An unfortunate turnover for Nick Stone there. Nick Stone with the ball at top of the key, and he pulls up. Oh, and it just rims out. Tough bucket there from Nick Stone. He wanted that one. No good there from Kurt Joy. Rebounded by Washington. Drew Clark for three, short, no good. Rebounded by Clark. Kicks it down court. Euro step, goes Smith. Chance Smith with the Euro step. Timeout for Washington. Down 28-10 here in the second period. We'll be right back after this quick timeout. back live with Demon Basketball, boys varsity. Demons trail 28-10 here live on the Southeast Iowa Video Network, powered by Washington County Hospital and Clinics. Demons bringing the ball up court. Hits to Schmidt. Schmidt hits to Stone. Stone finds Williams in the corner. Williams turns over the ball. Chase Smith. And the dunk from Chase Smith lights up the away crowd. Roth bringing the ball up court. It's getting pretty loud in here. The Demons trailed 30-10. Schmitz, corner. And it's stolen by Jalen Clark, who misses, and it's put back dunk on by Chase Smith. Wow. Keokuk has come to play here on the Demons' home court. And one. The refs have said the basket is good. And the foul. So they call basket good for Chase Smith on the dunk putback, but a foul. Interesting call by the refs there. Not wanting to take away that highlight play from Chase Smith, but there was a foul, which puts the ball back in the hands of the Demons. Inbounding is Schmitz to Drew Conrad. He gets it to Nick Stone. Nick Stone with the pump fake and a turnover for Nick Stone. And a foul on Chase Smith. Steal by Jackson Clark, who cuts off the pass, and then turnover there for the Demons. Chase Smith at the line, who you've heard his name a lot this second quarter. Misses the first free throw there. And he makes the second one. Drew Conrad bringing the ball up the court. Conrad real shifty at the top. And he tries to find his teammate, but it's hit off the leg of Keokuk and out of bounds. Washington retains possession. Conrad with the inbound pass. Takes it back over the wing. Cale Williams at the top of the key with the pump fake. And it's picked back up from Schmitz, but just was not quick enough to stop the ball as he saved it and goes back out of bounds. Unfortunate turnover there by Cale Williams. Jackson Clark. And one. Another and one bucket goes down for Clark, as he is now up to 15 as the Keokuk Chiefs lead 35-10 over the Washington Demons. Jalen Clark checks out of the game for both Beagles. Clark at the line. And he converts the and one after the friendly bounce in. He's now up to 16 points here in this first half. Drew Clark with a nifty move, hits Nick Stone in the corner, and it's short. Rebounded by Jackson Clark. Keokuk swinging the ball around the perimeter. Clark pulls up for three, and it's no good. Rebounded by Conrad, who misses Nick Stone at the wing. Rolls the ball out. Williams for three, no good. Demons still trailing by 26 here. Nifty move by Drew Conrad there. What a crossover. And it's almost turned over, but it is recovered by Beagles, who hits Clark. Clark with the post down, and it's stolen. Turnover there from Jackson Clark. Clark driving in and fouled. Intended pass to the corner was a wide open Tate Griner. Crockett checks in for Keokuk. Conrad on the inbound. Finds Schmitz. Schmitz finds Williams on the wing. Griner in the corner, gets back to Schmitz. Schmitz finds Conrad at the top of the key. Crossover. Spin move. Short from the mid-range there. On the pump fake, rebounded by Clark. Pump fake there from Clark, and the fake half spin. And it's recovered by Schmitz, who pushes the ball down court. Roth, and it's contact called by the officials. Crockett was arguing that he did not commit the foul. Nonetheless, we got Rajon Roth at the free throw line for two. And he's short on the first one. Roth shooting his second free throw, and it's good. Give him 3 points on the night. Chase Smith with a nifty crossover. Off the glass is Chase Smith. Conrad bringing the ball up court. Crossover. Pump fakes. Nick Stone. Griner at the top of the key. Passes back to Williams. Williams kicks out to Roth. Roth with the floater, and it's short. Clark with another rebound to give him 7 for the night. Finds Beagles, finds Smith at the top of the key, and it is no good. Rebound by Roth. Cale Williams with a crossover. Sidestep. Hits Roth on the wing. Roth with the jab step. Pulls up. And it's good! 3 points for Rajon Roth. Chase Smith wide open and returns the favor with a three-pointer of his own. Demons trail 41-14. Roth pulls up for another one, and it's no Clark with his 8th rebound of the evening, inching closer to a double-double. And it toilet bowls out. Ray wanted that one. Williams with the rebound there. And ball is deflected out of bounds. Possession returns to Washington. Inbounding on the baseline is Cale Williams for take. Griner for a 3, and it's short. Rebound from Washington. Bowden Brown with the rebound there. Jalen Clark with the steal and contact. Let's see what the officials call here. Smith at the line makes his first free throw there. And he makes both. Give him 14 on the night. Cale Williams at the top with the ball at the wing. Finds Brown. 15 seconds to go. They can hold for final shot. Cale Williams tries to figure something out. He drives in and it's blocked by Smith for 3. Chase Smith, and he beats the buzzer. Give him 17 points in this first half. Chase Smith beats the buzzer after an intense block on Cale Williams. Demons are trailing 46-14 here as we end the first half of this game, which is not looking too good for our Washington Demons. We'll be right back with halftime live here on the Southeast Iowa Video Network, powered by Washington County Hospital and Clinics.
Our communities were founded on the strength of local farmers. At CBI Bank and Trust, you can aim high, bank strong. With personalized service and trusted relationships, we'll help take your ag business to the next level with the right loan for your needs. CBI Bank and Trust is here for you.
At Southeast Iowa Cabinets and Strabela Construction, we provide everything from design to complete installation of your kitchen cabinets. For small town service with competitive prices, Southeast Iowa Cabinets and Strabela Construction are here for you. The Connie and Amanda team is dedicated to giving back to our community by actively engaging with our clients, businesses, and the public. When it comes to helping you find your next home, investment, or commercial space, the Connie and Amanda team is here for you.
At WCHC, our goal is to take great care of our patients and our staff.
We are able to approach you, take care of your issues, but also give you a path, as far as referrals or treating you right then and there.
Our role in the community is taking care of something that matters to everyone. It's their family and their health.
More than you expect for your health care.
Check out Community Profiles every Thursday, where our host, Greta Clemens, talks with people from around Washington about their stories and highlighting upcoming events. Make sure to tune in to Community Profiles every Thursday at 10 on the Southeast Iowa Live Facebook and YouTube page.
At Seafirst Credit Union, we're all about making connections, like how we connect you to that dream vacation with a savings account designed to help get you on the flight there. Connect with Seafirst today and see why together is better.
At Washington Lumber and Home Center, our extensive knowledge, great pricing, and a long list of local installation experts, you are guaranteed to get the service you deserve with the quality you should expect. Washington Lumber and Home Center, your local place for great results.
Introducing Hy-Vee Market Grill, where every meal is a delight. Start your day with our mouthwatering breakfast options and savor flavorful lunches with friends and family. Cap off your day with our delectable dinners. Hy-Vee Market Grill, where every moment is delicious.
Welcome back to Washington High School, where the Washington Demon boys basketball team down big to Keokuk, 46-14. This is the Fairway Meat and Grocery halftime show. Jack Knowlton back in the broadcast booth with Zeph Walker L. Zeph, Washington outscored 22-4 in that second quarter. Just domination by Keokuk, and it's not much you can take away from Washington. This Chiefs team just really impressive, very athletic, getting after it, particularly on the defensive end.
Yeah, they're hounding the boys. They're hounding them, and they've come to play. You know, this is their first game of the season, so this is their chance to show the coach why they're in the starting lineup, why they are, they look almost championship ready. And it's crazy to say first game, but they're scary good. And we said we're going to talk about Jackson Clark a lot, but let's put a lot of emphasis on, I wouldn't even call his backup, the guy who's leading in points tonight in Chase Smith. He's got blocks, he's got steals, he's got dunks, he's got threes, he's doing it all. You know, this is going to be a long game, unfortunately.
Yeah, Chase Smith, believe 14 points in that first, 16 points rather in that first half for him. And yeah, you're right. And from Washington, what's the kind of point of emphasis maybe in the second half in terms of a response, maybe how you look to score it? It seems obviously, there's some natural hesitancy to drive against Jackson Clark and get in that paint. What's kind of the goals for Washington, to maybe try and work around that, get some offense generated? We saw Drew Conrad trying to get his, a little bit of frustration I saw from him when I was down on the court. But overall, Probin doing his best. But what do you have to see from Washington in the second half? Or would you like to see that they can take away for some positives?
They've passed up a lot of open shots, and it seems as though the defense is there from Keokuk, and they're closing out. But that is not going to prevent you from missing the shot. You've got to trust yourself to pull that three. We're in a game right now where the amount of shots that you put up are going to determine how this outcome is going to be. You're going to have 14 points going into the third quarter. A three-point shot, after a three-point shot wouldn't hurt you. You make them, they add up, you get back into this game.
Yeah, and I think, there's some future positives to take away, too. Obviously, Keokuk's a very good team. They're going to be one of the teams that paces this conference this year. But it's a chance, to have some growth points for some of these starters. I think you can play them big minutes, try and see if they can get some things figured out. You've got guys like Tate Griner, who's performing well off the bench, trying to do his best for Washington, but in the end, it's just a good Keokuk team. It's going to be tough either way, and I think you can't, at the same time, to your point, can't necessarily abandon your offense, abandon your game plans, because you want to still put them in. This is only Washington's second game. You want to, be embedding your system and your style and getting players, comfortable with running it, regardless of what the final score is in a game like this. And so I'd like to see Washington do that and play, fundamentally sound, not try to get too far under their skin, and particularly taking better care of the basketball, I think, will be the number one key. Not give Keokuk too many free looks. Obviously, it's credit to them to go out there and earn them. They were doing that mainly in the first quarter, but a lot of giveaways there in the second that got Washington into some trouble. Your final thoughts before we kick to a break, get the second or third quarter underway.
Let's slow the pace down. Let's control the tempo of the game. That's going to be huge. We are aware driving to that paint is almost not happening. But what is happening is Jackson Clark is defending as much as possible. Defense can lead to fouls, as he had 2 in the first half. You get him rattled, maybe you'll be able to open up the offense in that paint. Right now, though, you have to play perimeter basketball. That is the best way to trim a lead. You can nail at it, you can hack at it, but you just got to play to your strengths, control the tempo, and let's see what the second half has to hold for us.
We'll see what the second half has to hold. And I think big thing, too, one more note I'll add, is just Washington, they're getting those, when they get those paint touches, they have the right idea with some of those kickouts, but that's when some of those turnovers are happening, is Keokuk's doing a good job getting in some of those passing lanes. If Washington can complete those passes, keep the rock moving as best as possible, you create some of those three-point looks that you're talking about. We'll see how Washington can do so. Oh, you had another point.
No, I was going to say, like, you mentioned them getting into the paint and finding those kicks. Maybe don't go for the kick. Maybe go up.
Try and draw fouls.
Try to draw the foul. You have to get Keokuk rattled. Right now, Keokuk, they don't even see you anymore. And that's a problem. So we've got to be able to get them off their square.
We'll see what Washington can manage to do. When we come back, we'll have an interview with the Washington girls head coach, Colin Mulford, on the other side. Talk about his performance, or the Demons' performance in the girls' game. We'll be back in just a few minutes here on the Southeast Iowa Video Network.
Fairway is the place to be all season long for your grocery needs. Drive through the lane for the snacks and drinks you need to keep you in the game. And don't forget to grab a meal for a post-game feast. Make Fairway your home field advantage. Your adventure starts here. Capper Auto Group, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram will get you ready in style. Meet with our friendly and experienced team to find a vehicle that gets you on the road, and rely on our service shop to keep you there. Capper Auto Group. See yourself the Capper experience.
At Wolf Floral, you'll find everything you need to spruce up your summer. Located on the southeast corner of the Washington Square, we've got you covered from small gift items to the finest floral arrangements around. Wolf Floral, unique by choice, not by chance. To Washington High School, Washington Demon basketball here on the Southeast Iowa Video Network. Washington and Keokuk boys second half underway. We're joined with the Washington girls coach, Colin Mulford. Coach, appreciate the time. The Demons, a tough loss to Keokuk tonight in game number 1. Coach, I'll just start there. Obviously, the loss of Adeline Long, a tough one, to have emotionally, and of course with what she brings on the court. Just your message to the team maybe after that moment. How did you try to see them respond to that as the game went on, keep things close with a good Keokuk team?
I feel like it took a while to respond. They responded a lot better in the second half. I could see it as like a player, when one of your leaders goes down, it can be hard to bounce back right away. But so I was really proud with the effort and energy that we brought, and just battling a lot of girls stepping up in that second half to be a threat.
Yeah, when you guys were making that comeback, you saw a few players step up. I saw toward the end, especially in the fourth quarter, trying to blitz and get some of those takeaways. Saw the offensive rebounds, seem to ramp up as well in the second half. I know that's a point, you've emphasized, said this team's done a strong job of so far. In terms of positives you can take away from this game, what do you glean from that, maybe defensively on the glass a little bit?
Yeah, definitely for positive, focusing on that second half. I feel like in that first half, even before that injury, I didn't love our defense. We were just they're getting to the paint way too easy, and that's what we were trying to take away. I feel like in the second half and partway through that second quarter, our defense really improved. If I remember right, I think they might have had 14 points before the first quarter was even over. So I feel like in that second half, especially, our defense did a lot better.
And obviously needed players to step up for Adeline and replace them. We saw a few of them. Ashlyn, another really good game from her. I don't remember if I asked you about her in the Albia game, but had knocked down a 3, had a strong performance there, as that one's whacked out of bounds. It'll stay with Keokuk. What'd you like from her? A couple of steals tonight. She continues to make some really impressive plays here in her freshman season.
Yeah, for a freshman, there's always some growing pains, but, she's done a phenomenal job. Tonight, I was really proud of her with how she handled it, with dealing with Keokuk's pressure, They have a couple of good guards over there, and so just to be able to really handle that pressure, as a freshman, was really impressive to see. We're going to see pressure a lot this year, and so that'll help her grow and just get better.
A wild back and forth sequence here in the boys game as we're talking to Coach Colin Mulford. Kale Williams going to try a 3, too strong. Tip out to Keokuk. They'll have a run out and a 2 for Jalen Clark, who tried to dunk it, actually smokes it. Ball's loose. Got back and forth action here, Coach. And another player too. I know Vivian Kroll got into a little bit of foul trouble there. Sarah Berto came in, felt like some really big minutes, got a few really good rebounds. She was one I know started that game against Keokuk last year. What'd you see from her? That's obviously key to have that depth there when you have one of your bigs get into foul trouble.
Yeah, she did a really good job tonight. I feel like I have one of those good problems to where it's I got a lot of good players who can play, but there are only 5 girls that can be on the court at a time. But tonight, a lot of girls stepped up when needed to and when asked. So always looking to see what girls are playing better. I tell the girls all the time, it's not really about who starts, it's about who finishes. Whoever's the best five's playing, that's who's going to end the game and get the majority of the minutes.
And obviously they were cutting that lead down. There was the late turnover there at the end, but heck of an effort to get back in it and cut into that second quarter deficit. Just maybe your message in the locker room to them, what's kind of already turning in your mind in terms of this is a learning moment and a growth point for, success as this early part of the season kind of continues?
Kind of thinking just, again, with like that second half is where a lot of the good things happened. We had some girls knock down some shots. That always helps with just momentum. I know just so far this year, there's a couple girls that just like come to mind. That's only a matter of time until shots start falling, like Oakley Saboski and then Reagan Miller. Like they haven't made a ton of shots, but they're really good shooters. They're going to stay confident, just like we tell them to. So eventually they're just all going to start falling. And they'll be good.
Yeah, Reagan, another productive evening. She was all over the stat sheet, even if it wasn't in the shooting department in game number 1. To another one of those players who's stepped up. Her and Addison, I think, scored the majority of the points, it felt like, in the fourth quarter. How fun was that, at least, to see, kind of the sister connection there and them obviously making some big contributions?
Yeah, it was good to see. Both of them stepped up, which made a huge impact with what made that huge impact was kind of cutting down that lead and playing well in the second half, so that plays a huge part with it. What just happened?
An and one for Jackson Clark, and I think it might have been a technical on Clark as well. He's shrugging his shoulders. We got 2 free throws coming. Refs are going to send the players back to their benches, and actually Clark is going to shoot. I guess it looks like a pair of free throws. So Rajan Roth gets called for the foul. And then a technical was given to Jackson Clark. So he'll shoot a couple. On again with Coach Colin Mulford. That was an interesting moment there. We've had now 2 in the boys' game. You had the ghost foul away from the play when they were up big, and had that one. Took a long explanation. I talked to Coach Colin Stark. I'm curious, just kind of picking your brain. Obviously, it was a close game for your team. When it's a bigger deficit like this, in terms of your strategy, just to kind of get your players good reps, how do you kind of approach a game like that in terms of just managing it for your players and still trying to get something out of it, even with a big deficit like this?
With this, honestly, from my point of view, and being a part of Coach Stark's staff the last 3 years, in that locker room, it's pretty much right now. We want to see the effort, and we want to see who's going to play with pride. If you don't want to do that, then you can just sit on the bench, and that's just the big part. Just giving that effort. We don't really care what the score is. We just want to take every rep and try and get better as it goes on. Even if they cut this deficit a little bit, it can still bring momentum to that next game and try and get a win.
Bucket for Drew Conrad, who's continued to have a nice evening trying to get into the paint, and there's a foul call. Coach, just any quick final thoughts from you, summary from your game here tonight earlier?
Just really proud of how the girls battled in the second half. They easily could have folded and give up, and they did not. Even when we were down 13 at one point, and they battled back extremely hard, started to rebound better, took care of the ball a little bit better, and just had some confidence in themselves to all step up. So that was really good to see.
Perfect. Coach Colin Mulford, we appreciate the time. We'll talk again. Washington next up in action. I have to check my notes on the designated schedule for the Demons against Mediapolis. We'll be back here for that one on December 9th. You can see that on the Southeast Iowa Network. Coach, you're all good to go.
All right,
appreciate the time. Perfect. Keokuk at the line. Roth with that last make. It's Lincoln Ray with a couple of free throws. Ray give him 3 and 4. 51-19 lead. Back with Zeph Walker. Zeph heard a couple of nice notes from Coach Colin Mulford with the effort in the girls' game, the play of some of those reserves, Reagan Miller, Ashton Long, really focusing on that second half in terms of improvement, which feels like the right mentality. It was an impressive showing from the Demons without Annalyn Long. Here's
Yes,
Nick
indeed.
Stone for three. That's good.
Let's go. He finds the bottom of the net.
So give Stone 3 more.
That was big.
That's 5 for him for the evening. 51-22, and I'm curious if he kind of talked about Coach Mulford, who's been on Coach Colin Stark's staff for the boys team for the past couple seasons before taking over. And there's Stone again. Not letting me get a point across. Nick Stone forces Keokuk to burn a timeout, and he's loving it. Some high fives to his teammates. Stone has had to battle tonight. He's guarded Jalen Clark. The two have exchanged words throughout the game.
Yeah.
That's a nice thing to see there for Nick Stone. Zeph, I'll revisit Coach Mulford's point on the other side. We'll take a short break, come back here on the Southeast Iowa Video Network. Back now after Keokuk having to burn a timeout after a couple of Nick Stone triples. He's up to 8 points, matching the output of his teammate Drew Conrad. Zeph, going back to what Colin Mulford said as a member of Colin Stark's team, and it's fitting after what the effort that Nick Stone just showed. He said, you know, in a game like this, the message in that locker room is just, it's not about what the score is at this point. They want to see his guys getting effort, and if you're not going to give effort, you'll sit right down next to the assistant coaches. Seems like the right mentality, and Nick Stone certainly no lack of effort here in this second half.
Exactly. That's exactly what you want, though, because, again, this game, you know, it's still within reach. Let's not get it confused here. The game is still within reach, but the only way that it can get back into the grasp of Washington is that they continuously keep that intensity. You know, everyone still plays with their head and their chin held high. The moment the morale dies, that's when the lead dwindles.
Here's a 3 for Chase Smith, who has been surprisingly quiet in this third quarter. Perhaps that's why Washington has been able to cut into the lead just a little bit. Conrad all the way to the rim. Talk about effort.
Big bucket.
Drew Conrad loves the crossover, step through reverse layup. He's a silky player to watch. The drive, the dish, and Stone hacks Clark.
Tough foul there. All of a sudden, it's a 24-point lead.
Jackson Clark at 19 points. Smith right behind him at 17. Clark able to get up over 20 with the free throw.
No,
this is a Keokuk team, and no, he doesn't just then. That's, I believe,
first miss.
I don't know if that counts as the broadcaster, Shinks.
We'll call it.
This is a Keokuk team that's going to test itself. They're going to Pella next. On December 9th, they play at home at Burlington in their second SEC game of the season. As Clark drops that through, he's got 20. And a steal for Jalen Clark. He has been all over those. The pass ahead, and the layup drops home for Kyler Bielman. Back across is Conrad. Tate Griner for 3. Front iron no good. Skying for the rebound is Smith. 3 to go here in quarter number 3.
Stolen.
And a steal by Roth. Roth the other way, all the way to the rim, and good.
One. That's a momentum bucket right there.
Rajan Roth.
That's exactly what he needed to get himself back into the game. Tough.
No good on the free throw. Smith steps back. Front iron. Griner grabs the board. Conrad, no one trailing him. Kicks inside to Roth. Wraps around Clark and puts it down. Rajan Roth up to double figures.
Slowly chipping away at this lead. That's what you like to see. Slow chip away. They still have so much time in this game.
Pass inside to Clark. Guarded by Schmitz. Clark puts it up and down. Conrad, top of the key. Drives left. Schmitz goes baseline. Schmitz kicks to Griner. Thought about it. Instead passes to Roth. Steps back. Slotted by Clark. And a run out and an opportunity for an easy layup for Bielman.
Tough block there.
Conrad, baseline, 2 drops.
They're showing a little bit of life. They've just got to get more stops on defense.
Bielman stops, pops from the elbow, no good.
Called it right there.
Schmitz gathers the rebound. Conrad crosses over. Another layup for Conrad. Washington trying to come alive in this third quarter. Still down 23, but Conrad give him 14. Roth is also in double figures with 10. Clark on Schmitz. Just bullies his way and has it poked away, but a foul. That's going to go on Cale Williams, and we'll send Conrad. Oh, excuse me, they're going to get Schmitz instead. So that's the third for Schmitz. And Clark goes back to the free throw line.
Clark has 22 tonight, 22 points. And he's still got a whole nother quarter to go. And they're in the bonus right now. Second to miss free throw of the game. He's been Mr. and one all game.
Washington, like I mentioned, with the girls' team, they will be back here on December 9th against Mediapolis, opening with 3 straight home games. 7:30 is the tip for the boys' team. I watched that Mediapolis team play as Jalen Clark gathers the offensive rebound. Watch the Mediapolis team play over at Hillcrest. That's a good team over there in the 2A side. Jackson Clark against Schmitz, dishes, Joy. Ball moving around. Here's Antonio Crockett. Back to Lincoln Ray. Drops it inside for Clark. Puts it up and drops it in the bucket.
The defense was there for sure.
Good seal by Jackson Clark. 25 seconds left in this third quarter as Clark matches his number in scoring. Washington can hold for the last shot. Schmitz sets a screen. Conrad goes right, crosses over. Conrad gets to the elbow. Nice dish to Schmitz, who couldn't quite corral it. And that is how the third quarter will end. So the Demons, some good spells in that third quarter, but it is still all Keokuk here, up 60-35. We'll head to the fourth when you come back here on the Southeast Iowa Video Network.
In the heart of rural Iowa, where community matters most, the connections we make are made to last. Meet KCTC, your hometown internet, phone, and TV provider. At KCTC, we're not just about technology, we're about people. Our dedicated team are your neighbors, committed to bringing you top-tier services right where you live. We believe in giving back to the community that raised us. Experience the power of a real connection with KCTC. Join us in building a stronger, more connected Southeast Iowa.
I I love helping people. I always wanted to help people. That's what I love the most.
We do a really good job of growing our own, but also we are able to take your skills, adapt them to what we need, or grow them as well.
Our leadership group here, they are actively involved, always supportive of our new ideas and innovation here at the hospital.
Washington County Hospital and Clinics. Apply today.
Back now for the final 8 minutes of play. Washington down 25, to Keokuk. Here as we start this fourth quarter. Zeph, you made a good note. Jackson Clark not playing as much in the paint for
the defense.
The Chiefs. I don't know what that was for the visitors. They've tried a couple of lobs here tonight, and they have the guys who can dunk them, so I don't necessarily blame them for that. But that looked like me in 2K, Zeph, trying to spam the double tap Y button.
Oh, yeah.
Drew Conrad, he paced this Washington team in their win over Keokuk 57-51 last year and 19 points. He's doing it again with 14. Not the team result he's looking for, but still a really nice night for him. He got to the rim again, just left that one short. Roth grappling for the rebound and gets a round of applause from his head coach, which is probably deserving for that effort.
What did we just say? It's all about keeping the intensity levels high, showing that you want to be on this basketball court no matter the score.
Here's Ray. Ray inside. Layup drops. Nice take there by the junior guard. And for Keokuk, they have had a couple of starters who were bit part players for them last year that have looked good. That is going to be big for their team fortune. Stone from deep gets fouled. Wow. Jalen Clark whacked him, got in his landing space on the way down, and Nick Stone will head to the line for three. He can get in two double figures. Excuse me. Clark is 1 point away from double figures. But Stone actually also can get to 10 if he makes these two free throws.
He gets three. Oh,
this is the first. Still two opportunities. That's a second commentator's jinx from us this evening.
There we go.
Drops the second in.
All right, let's be quiet. Let's not say something. Let's just not say nothing.
9 for Nick Stone. And misses. So he'll stay in single digits for now. Still 7 minutes to play.
I thought if we didn't say nothing, it was going to spark a little bit of, Nope.
I wonder how much you can
good defense.
Put into the high school level the promos where if the opponent misses two free throws and you can give something away. Nice rebound there for Roth. He's been strong on the glass tonight. Conrad goes up with it, collects his own miss, or the block rather. Roth goes up strong, blocked by Jalen Clark, who is hacked by Bowden Brown. A little bit of a frustration foul after I think Washington wanted a few. 62-36 with 6.5 minutes to play. This is a Keokuk team that seems like it's going to advance deep again. There's an and one for Lincoln Ray, who's had himself a nice quarter. Keokuk have been one game away from reaching the state tournament. In their region, they reached a championship game last year and the year prior, lost both of those games. Came up short. Lost to Knoxville last year. Williamsburg the year before that. And there's a foul on Clark. The Demon fans will give him an earful.
That was tough.
Clark picks up his fourth foul.
Good drive.
Stone
Good
inside.
kick. And the shot is short.
Rebound by Tate Griner. Nice old board for him. Keep the possession alive. He's got it back in the corner. Stone trying to bump his way around Rye, who's defending him closely. Clark reached in for the steal. Conrad takes advantage, slashes inside, can't get the layup to drop. And another foul 94 feet from the basket by Brown. So that'll be the second on Brown. Excuse me. Clark has 3. Nick Stone, Washington's number 4, has 4, both on 9 points. Those 2, as I've mentioned tonight, have been battling.
Good defense.
Rye gets it inside to Clark. 2 more. 26 points for the talented Clark. Conrad inside. Roth, layup goes.
Bucket.
Assist for Conrad and 2 more for Rajan Roth. Clark stops, pops from 3, no good. It's been maybe the most impressive thing I've seen from him tonight is his ability to step out. He hit the nice step back in the first quarter that kind of showed his growing ability, trying to not just be a paint presence.
Oh, that's tough.
Conrad sprays that out to Greiner. No good on the corner 3. He's been a little cold. Some hustle by Brown. He's got a smile on his face. He's happy to just get after it. Rye leaves that short. Clark gobbles it up and puts it down. We'll give an O-board and some second chance points. 68-38, the lead ballooning back to 30 for the Chiefs. Roth to Stone. Steps past and tries to work his way around. It was a well-taken shot, just left it a bit short and rolled off the left iron for Nick Stone. Jalen Clark, Rye into the short corner. Spinning. Dishing and stolen by Greiner. Up ahead, here's Conrad. Gets the bump, smokes the layup. Roth gets the O-board for Washington. And Roth loses it, goes to Crockett, who sprints ahead. Crockett all the way for 2 more.
He gets his first points of the night.
And a timeout called by Coach Stark's team. So 3:45 to go. Oh, and actually it's an official timeout. Slippery floor, so teams won't huddle. I thought Stark was maybe walking over to call one, but we play on with 3:45 remaining.
You know, when it's all said and done, the Demons will have to realize they are still playing. They're playing to the final buzzer. They aren't giving in, and
Stone leans in.
No call there.
Couple of tough buckets for Nick Stone, who does make his way to double figures now with 11. The wraparound pass. Nice poke away, that time by Brown. He's been busy on the defensive end in this quarter. Williams, up fake, left it short. Another smart play, just left the shot a little bit short. He had a chuckle after that one. Spinning inside, and a foul will go on Washington. That was Cale Williams, his 3rd foul, and for what it's worth, the Chiefs will be in the bonus the rest of the way.
You know, you want to see the intensity, but you don't want to see the fouling. You got to play foul-free defense.
Kobe Williams is going to check in
especially
a few moments,
at this
like
point in the game. This point in the game, you want to ease the bleeding. You want to ease it.
Stone will get some applause from the Demon faithful. Nice outing for him, particularly in the second half. Got after it.
Got it.
Frustrated a little bit in the first 2 quarters, and you're right, got after it. See him talking to Kelly Williams, who of course coaches him on the football field. There's a steal by Beagles. Beagles loses the handle. He finds Chase Smith. Gets inside to Beagles. Sprays it out. The 3 on the way, and way too strong by Kyler Beekman. Williams lost it though, and Beekman has a free look at the rim. He touched the rim, rolled it over. I'm not sure if that counts as a dunk. Is it just if you grab rim? I'm not sure the criteria, but you know what? Beelman will be telling all of his friends that it was, especially if they weren't in the building here tonight to witness it. Williams loses the handle. Another steal for the Demons, or for the Chiefs rather. And throwing it off the rim and putting it down is Smith.
So who
the
gets the
assist
point?
from Joy.
Would that be an assist? I guess.
Here's Kobe Williams to Kale Williams. Schmidt keeps it alive. Kobe Williams to Brown. Drives around a defender. Floater on the way. Doesn't roll home. And once again, for the third time in this fourth quarter, a foul by Bowden Brown. He's going for the steals. I admire the effort. He's burning through his foul count up to 3, and that will put Beelman on the line. Washington, after Mediapolis, they have a little bit of a road trip. They go to Fairfield. That'll be a big one against the Trojans. In their next conference one. Then Grinnell and Oskaloosa both on the road in back-to-back games before their final game back here at home on December 19th against Mount Pleasant. The rivals come into town just before Christmas break. That'll be here on the Southeast Iowa Video Network. Kendrick Smith going to get his first action for Keokuk. With 1:44 to go, we'll see if Washington dips into its bench. Keokuk's used every player tonight. They don't have a bevy of JV or younger varsity players to really put in. Smith's the only one who's making his first action here. Kobe Williams doing the same for Washington. CJ Swalis is in as well. Kobe Williams to Kale. Elbows, pass inside. Swalis tries to gather, kicks it out, take Greiner. And a shot clock violation.
That's tough.
And a running clock with a minute to go.
Keokuk fans are in the building alive and well. That's why I couldn't find the park.
Kendrick Smith looking for his first points. Gives it up to Chase Smith. Over to Ryder Keefe, who's also in the game for the first time. Keefe spins around over Williams and gets the tough bucket to go. And some more rapturous applause for Smith, or for Keefe, excuse me. Played in 8 games last year. Williams all the way to the rim will get 2 for Washington. And Keokuk will be able to dribble things out. And they will take a 78-42 win, dominating fashion over the Demons. This is a Keokuk team that looks hungry to go one step further than the regional final the last 2 seasons. Washington, a growth moment, no doubt about it, but tough to handle a super talented Keokuk team. Zeph, we'll send it to a quick break, but your final thoughts here before we do just that as Washington falls to Keokuk.
You had to know what was coming when you saw a 6'10 player step on this court. He did exactly what he was supposed to do, dominate the paint, don't allow anything inside your paint, and I think it just took a little too long for Washington to get their feet, get something under their feet. They had a great start to their second half. If we had that same intensity in the first half, maybe it had a different outcome. Nonetheless, tough loss.
We'll send it to a break, come back. We'll have the Community First post-game show on the way. And once again, your final, the Washington boys basketball team losing 78-42. The girls fell earlier tonight, 49-41 to the Chiefs. We'll step aside, come back. We'll have the Community First post-game show here in just a moment. Welcome back to Washington High School for the Community First Credit Union post-game show. Jack Knowlton, Zeph Walker-El wrapping up a night of hoop. Not as fruitful for the Demons as it was earlier this week when they beat Albia, swept Albia on both the boys and girls side. The Demons dropping 2 games. The girls losing 49-41 to Keokuk, and the boys losing 78-42. Zeph, recapping the boys' game here, you mentioned it on the way out. It was all Jackson Clark finishes the game. I believe your stats were correct in 26 points for Clark. Obviously a super talented player, tough to contain for a Washington team that's a little bit undersized, at least in the paint this year.
There's not much you can say without acknowledging the fact that that kid's a star and he has a bright future ahead of him. He keeps playing the same game, elevates it. Being able to space the floor at the size he is important, especially in the professional world. The taller bigs are actually dominating the league. It's unfortunate that Washington had to face them so early in the season, but it's also fortunate because they're able to see this is what the type of talent in the conference looks like. And when it gets down to the nitty-gritty end of the season and we get near playoffs, and if they have to see Keokuk again, you're going to be ready.
Yeah, absolutely. They will see them again at least once more in the regular season on the road. The rematch actually January 16th that'll come. But, Zeph, on the positive note for Washington, it was that third quarter the Demons fought their way back, got it within 25, may have even come within 20. They were definitely close to kind of trimming that lead a little bit.
21 points that quarter. So.
Yeah, 21-point quarter. That was, almost double their total in the first half alone. So definitely some strong points. I'm sure that'll be a point of emphasis. Who'd you like from the Washington side, particularly on that third quarter stretch?
I like that Drew, coming back into the second half, kept his head high. You saw him get a little frustrated, missing a free throw here and there, but he got himself back into the game. And that is where the mental warfare of sports come in. You can't look at the clock and let that determine. You have to still stay composed. Everyone loses. If you're winning everything, then you're not playing the right sport, because a loss gives you that emphasis of what do I need to work on within my game. Did I give my full effort? It's still a team sport, and him being able to keep his head high as the point guard, as the leading force for the team, was able to allow Nick Stone to pop off, was able to allow Cale Williams to handle the ball, and just you're lifting everyone else up around you. That's so important.
Yeah, without a doubt. I'll give credit to Nick Stone as well. I went down on the court in the second quarter. Him and Jalen Clark were going at it. It was competitive. It was chatty, which is, just the best. When it's high level like that and doesn't ever go a step too far, there's always room for, a little trash talk in the game, I feel. And that was that in abundance between those two. And Stone came back, hit a couple of big shots, some tough buckets there in that third and fourth quarter. So that was good to see, I think, as well, his response. But Washington does fall in the end, 78-42 to the visiting Keokuk Chiefs, who will be a force in the SEC this season, no doubt about it. Zeph, any final thoughts here from you?
I'm excited for that rematch. This was a really good game as far as showing what Keokuk had to offer. What I am nervous, though, is that Keokuk showed their hand.
Ooh.
I am nervous that they showed their hand, and one thing that you have to acknowledge is that if they keep the ball going through Jackson Clark in their rematch, will Washington adjust? Will you learn to box him, put him in a box and one where he's not able to get under the basket, force him to pull some mid-ranges, force the other players on the team to do something. You also saw Chase Smith pop off. So it's like you saw where the key components of Keokuk shine. Washington wasn't able to really get in their rhythm to showcase that. So maybe that could be their advantage.
We'll see if Washington can find some more advantages in that rematch. Meanwhile, next up for the Demons, we'll be back here on Tuesday night. The girls and boys both in action. Non-con again against Mediapolis, a very strong team. At least I've seen them firsthand on the boys' front. They will be a force, go very, very fast. That should be an entertaining one for both teams. Once again, that's at 6 p.m. The boys follow at 7:30 on Tuesday, December 9th. You can watch it right here on the Southeast Iowa Video Network. We'll sign off from Washington High School in the Community First post-game show. He's Zeph Walker-El. I'm Jack Knowlton. We will see you Tuesday.